neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
Cofield Asphalt Refinishing is Northeast Alabama's go-to source for exterior parking lot maintenance. We provide a broad range of products and services in the asphalt, seal coating, and striping industry. Whether it's for a commercial or industrial customer or helping serve other contractors like ourselves, we're here to serve our community with over 25 years experience. Get a free estimate. Call us at 256-454-5336 or contact Cofield Asphalt Refinishing.
Back at Struts in Oxford, it's the Tuesday night high school football coaches show. Got a couple more Bulldogs on each side. Love Kirby right here.
Yes,
the
sir.
Man who scooped and scored. Give me some. My man. And then, of course, right here, was it 40 yards?
Yes, sir.
Amarian Jones. Put that down next to your mouth so people can hear you. You want people to hear you, don't
Yes,
you?
sir.
You had to beg for the ball from what I understand. What'd you do? Did you walk into the huddle all the time and say, Cam, throw it to me?
No, I was just waiting patiently.
Huh?
I was just waiting patiently.
Waiting for your time.
Yes, sir.
But 40 yards and pay dirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
How good that feel?
Great.
Huh?
Great. I was just waiting all year.
So you want it again this Friday?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you don't want to have to wait another game, right?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Talk about your play. I mean, how it unfolded, what you saw, and, you know, how it all came about.
Oh, it was unexpected. I had contained outside, and I just saw the ball. Instincts took over.
Did he drop it, or did somebody knock it free?
Q had scripted.
Okay, Q stripped it.
And I picked it up, took off. I just took off, full speed.
Did you catch it on a bounce? I mean, was it on the ground?
Oh, it was on the ground. It was scoop and score.
Scoop and score. All right. And how many yards did you have to run?
50.
50. And nobody was catching you, were they? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Was anybody going to catch him? That obviously was the play that put you guys in the position to win the game. How big is that to you as an individual thing? I mean, you know, were you just happy for the team? I mean, were you glad you could do it? It's a combination of all that, or what?
Combination of all that. Just to contribute to my team.
You got a picture of it? Did somebody snap a picture? Nobody got the scoop?
No.
Come on, man.
Nobody ain't got the scoop.
Nobody got the scoop. Yeah, it's a shame some of these great high school plays. You know, you see college and NFL stuff. I mean, everybody's taking pictures of everything. Somebody breaks wind, somebody's got a picture of it. Mm-hmm. But you don't see that in high school, you know. I mean, there's just not that many people shooting pictures and stuff. But you guys obviously picked up a huge win this past week. Talk a little bit about, you know, what that means to the program and to this team.
It means a lot because, like, Hannah was, like, really like I wouldn't say, like, it was really just like a crowded game.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to win. We had our mindset already on it, so we just tried to contribute to the play and all that. So, especially me, I was just waiting. I've been all year for mine, though.
Now, is this the first time Cam's thrown that pass to you all year?
No, like I had one in spring game.
Yeah.
But I didn't really score, though. Cause that was like
You
my
didn't
first
score?
time. Yeah, I didn't score.
Okay.
So that really don't count
but
for
you
me.
scored on this one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. And, of course, you know how rare a scoop and score is,
Yes.
right? So, I mean, that may not happen to you again the rest of your career. But talk a little bit about Cleveland County this week.
Oh,
What do you expect?
I expect them to give us all they got.
And,
Play hard.
And you're going to give them all you got.
Yes, sir.
And play hard. And they better not put it on the ground because you will.
Scoop and score.
There it is. That's going to do it for the Anniston Bulldogs tonight on the Tuesday Night Coaches Show. We're going to grab one more quick break and get Joe back in here, and we'll wrap it up coming up next.
Serving Calhoun County for over 30 years, Crawford Office Supply offers selection, convenience, and low prices. Choose from a wide variety of office furnishings featured in their huge showroom. With savings of 50 to 70% off scratch and dent items. You'll find it all from pens and paper to janitorial supplies at Crawford Office Supply, including on-site printing, all backed up by unmatched personal service and free delivery to local business. Crawford Office Supply, 301 South Layton Avenue in Anniston. Remember, buy local, it matters.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at FNN Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Segment here on the Tuesday Night High School Football Coaches Show, live from Struts, Jim and Joe. And real quick, let's run through the region scenarios because there's got to be folks that want to know.
Class 6A Region 7, Friday night, Fort Payne at Oxford. If Oxford wins, they're region champs. Class 5A Region 6, Leeds at Alexandria, the game that you guys have. Alexandria wins, they're region champs. It gets a little more muddy when you start talking about 4A Region 4. We talked about the scenario a little while ago that if Anniston wins and Jacksonville wins, Anniston is your champion by virtue of the head-to-head tiebreaker. If Cherokee County, Anniston, and Hanley get into if they all win Friday, then you're looking at the three-way tiebreaker, and I still have to figure that one out.
I think Hanley's got that one on the points.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good number of points. They beat Lynette obviously, and then at the beginning of the
Scottsboro too. Or Gunnersville.
Gunnersville and Lynette. Okay, and then 3A Region 5 we've talked about many times. Here's a scenario we haven't talked about. It's three-way tie right now. What if Welborn were to pull off the upset against Piedmont? Well, what would happen there is that it would come down to Sax and Ohatchee being the head-to-head, and Sax beat Ohatchee, and then Sax would be your region champ. Right now, if going into this week, Sax has 11 points from their non-region wins, and Piedmont has 10. Sax could get as many as 5 more because they're, the Sylvania and Geraldine each have 2 more games to play. Talladega is winless, but they play winless Elmore County this week.
So they could get another point.
They could get another point from that. At most, 2 scenarios for Piedmont. That they'll get 1 point this week regardless because Jacksonville and Cherokee County play each other.
Right.
And then next week, and that's big, they get Alexandria, and they could get all of Alexandria's wins to that point total.
They've got to beat Alexandria to win the region.
They do.
That's the short version.
Yes.
Okay. And if they don't, Sax is likely going to win the region.
It looks that way.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. That's the rundown. And we want to thank all our guests tonight. Coach Clint Smith from Jacksonville. Obviously, Coach Adam Fawcett from B.B. Comer, way down in South Talladega County. And, of course, the entire bunch from Anniston, including our Player of the Week, Cam Sandlin, and Coach Ball for filling in for Coach White. For Joe Medley, Jim Jacobs here saying thanks for joining us. We will see you Friday night from what should be the game of the year. Leeds at Alexandria. We invade Death Valley. We'll be on the air starting at 6:30 with the countdown to kickoff. Ball is on the tee at 7 o'clock, and we can't wait for this one. It ought to be a dandy. We'll see you from that one. For the entire crew, for Jake and Kirby behind the cameras, Jim Jacobs saying good night from Struts, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
I'm Mark Box. I've been a part of the funeral industry for over 25 years. As a funeral professional, serving others is an integrated part of my life. It's been a privilege helping families in many ways throughout my career. As the owner of Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, Anniston Memorial Gardens, and Maple Grove Cemetery, I would like each of you to know that my staff and I are here to serve each of you during your time of need. We want you to feel comforted and honored as we memorialize the life of your loved one. I am grateful for the opportunity to give back within Calhoun County and our local communities. It is our hope and prayer that each family we meet feels cared for and loved.
Anniston Auto Trim and Body Shop is your best stop for full-service auto body repair, including all body work and professional painting. They also specialize in complete classic car restoration. When you have an accident, you want it back the way it was, and that's what you get with the team at Anniston Auto Trim. The same is true if you're ready to restore your dream car or a timeless family classic. They work with all major insurance companies and provide free estimates for every job. Come by today and see Stacy Jennings and the gang at Anniston Auto Trim and Body Shop, just up the hill off Quintard on Greenbrier Deer Road.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Eli Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. With our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums, our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You'll be glad you did.
It's the final week of region play as two teams from Class 5A Region 6 are still undefeated coming down the stretch of the regular season, but only one of these teams will remain undefeated after tonight. We welcome you into the FNN High School Football Game of the Week. It is third-ranked Leeds and fourth-ranked Alexandria from the Valley, historic Lou Scales Stadium on the campus of Alexandria High School, affectionately known also as Death Valley. We welcome you in to the FNN High School Football Game of the Week. We begin our countdown to kickoff from Alexandria High School. A happy Friday, a happy High School Friday to you out there. James Hardy along with the coach Eddie Bullock from Alexandria High School, and simply, Coach, we've got two of the best teams in Class 5A in the state of Alabama squaring off tonight.
Absolutely. You got two fantastic programs. You got the Green Wave from Leeds, and you got the Valley Cubs from Alexandria. And both of them undefeated, and both of them are seeking a region title. So I think we're in for a barn burner tonight.
I think you're right about that. In fact, both coaches told me this week that their teams have exceeded their expectations. And as you've mentioned, Coach, simply put, the winner takes home a region championship.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll certainly have our keys to the game as well as our toss of the coin later on in the pregame. But we'll also take a look at some big ones from across the state of Alabama and from our region of the Yellowhammer State. But before we get into some highlights from last week's game up at Cherokee County, Coach, you got to figure for both the coaches and the players some butterflies with what's riding on the line for both teams tonight.
Well, I think you have a few pregame jitters, but I don't think it'll be, overly excitement for both of them because, you got two great programs, and they used to be in here, and both of them have won state championships in the past. So, they have an idea of what it's like to be in big games.
Alexandria coming into tonight 8-0 on the season, 6-0 in Class 5A Region 6, and Leeds 9-0, 6-0 in Class 5A Region 6. In fact, for Leeds, this is their final regular season game of 2021, while Alexandria still has one more regular season trip next week in non-region play. Just a short trip up Highway 21 to Piedmont High School to close out 2021 regular season. Both teams will be having first-round home games as the top two seeds in Class 5A Region 6, but one of these two teams will clinch a Class 5A Region 6 title after tonight. But in our FNN Game of the Week last week up in Center, Alabama, one team, the Warriors of Cherokee County, punched their ticket to the Class 4A playoffs. So let's take a little trip up north last week as far as a recap of Cherokee County punching their ticket to the postseason. Near side of Clay, a nice catch. Play action for Hopper under pressure, and he's going down in snap. And the keeper for Gresham off the right side as he has room. 30, breaks the tackle with a flag on the play as Gresham will go into the end zone for the touchdown. But Corinne gets the snap and will roll to the near side, looking for help as he'll now throw down the field and has a receiver complete at the 20 as Gross still on his feet. And under pressure, and now he throws, and that is intercepted for Cherokee County as the first turnover of the ball game. McGrin rolling to the near side off the snap, has the receiver open and gets it to him complete across the 30.
But he hooked and came back from the outside.
Big room for Cantrell as he's off to the races. 30, one man to beat. 20, 15, 10, 5, give him 6. Touchdown, Cleburne County. Snap and a sack. Leg. As Pittman gets the call off the left side as he'll break a tackle, gets the iCare Alabama first down across the 20, taken out of bounds in the red zone. So Gresham will hand off to his running back in Tay Diamond as he'll barrel forward across the 30, and gets the Eye Care Alabama first down. And right now the Warriors looking for a few more yards as Gresham will keep himself, dances up the middle, reverses course near side, 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Snap, and this will be the give up the middle to Diamond, and he is in for the touchdown. Snap, and the quick throw over the middle, that is complete at the 45, and across the 50 is Gross on the receiving end and gets another Eye Care Alabama first down. Snap to McGrant, setting up his screen, and that will be picked off. This could go all the way, 20, 10, and it's Ramsey taken down inside the 10-yard line as the call up the middle goes to Diamond as he works his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cherokee County.
This is definitely fourth down territory.
He'll keep it off the right side, and he gets driven back. The play gets the snap. Will throw the swing pass to Cantrell complete. He'll sidestep a defender, gets the Eye Care Alabama first down. 20, 15, 10, 5 with a flag on the play, and throws to the end zone, and that is knocked away and intercepted. Intercepted by Gresham, as he'll take it down the far sideline and maintain his balance, and now gets taken down at the 40-yard line. And one touchdown for Cantrell for Cleburne County as the snap and the give up the middle to Mitchell as he plunges his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cherokee County. As rolling to the near side will be McGrant as he'll throw it for all it's worth into the end zone, and that appears to be intercepted, and no, touchdown. Touchdown reception on a jump ball that time.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver Card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Cofield Asphalt Refinishing is Northeast Alabama's go-to source for exterior parking lot maintenance. We provide a broad range of products and services in the asphalt, seal coating, and striping industry. Whether it's for a commercial or industrial customer or helping serve other contractors like ourselves, we're here to serve our community with over 25 years experience. Get a free estimate. Call us at 256-454-5336 or contact Cofield Asphalt Refinishing.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at FNN Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Advantage Tire and Alignment on Highway 202 in Anniston is so much more than just a new tire and rim shop. There's not enough time in this ad to tell you all the many things they can do to help keep your car in tip-top shape. Advantage Tire uses ASE certified technicians, so you know any work done is top-notch. Bottom line, if it needs repaired or replaced, they can probably do the job and save you money. And when it comes time for new or used tires and rims, Advantage Tire and Alignment prices just can't be beat. Stop in and see Bruce and the crew today. Advantage Tire and Alignment.
I'm Mark Box. I've been a part of the funeral industry for over 25 years. As a funeral professional, serving others is an integrated part of my life. It's been a privilege helping families in many ways throughout my career. As the owner of Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, Anniston Memorial Gardens, and Maple Grove Cemetery, I would like each of you to know that my staff and I are here to serve each of you during your time of need. We want you to feel comforted and honored as we memorialize the life of your loved one. I am grateful for the opportunity to give back within Calhoun County and our local communities. It is our hope and prayer that each family we meet feels cared for and loved.
Our countdown to kickoff continues. A big one here in Alexandria at Death Valley, but some big ones in the final week of region play across the state of Alabama. James Hardy, the coach, Eddie Bullock, and now we bring in Jim Jacobs to break down some other big ones from around the state.
Boy, we've got a stacked house full of them, too, tonight, boys. For what we didn't have last week, we sure going to make up for it tonight. Lots of big ones on the board, and like the last 3 weeks, we start with Oxford. And, Eddie, who would have thought we could have come back and said the Big O could win the region title with a victory tonight over Fort Payne?
They never would have thought that, but Oxford had made a run and made a believe out of me last week. And, I think they're on a run, and I think they're going to take care of business at home.
Yeah, I like the Big O as well. James?
I agree, too. I think Oxford has built a lot of momentum over the last couple of weeks, and it continues tonight.
And next up, the game of the – well, I mean, we think ours is the game of the year, but this one right here is the game that's gotten all the pub in the state. 2 undefeated teams, 2 historic programs, one on the rise and one kind of on a slide, Eddie.
Well, all I'm going to say is Thompson. That's it.
Hey, I'm going to say the T is for taking care of business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Thompson just has a little bit more talent and will remind us why they're the top dog in Class 7A.
All right, next up on the board tonight, this is a trap game for the Bulldogs. Anniston, of course, coming off that big win last week down at Hanley, made us all look stupid.
You're absolutely correct.
But now they've got to go over to Cleburne County, and Eddie, they're facing a team that can play with them. I don't know if they can beat them, but they can play with them. Cleburne County was, to me, really impressive. They just couldn't close the deal last week up in Cherokee County, but they had some good-looking football players.
Right. I think they are probably still maybe 1 year away from where they're capable of getting, back to the old program, but I think Anniston goes in and take care of business tonight.
Yeah, I like the Bulldogs as well, and then of course, they just got to kind of wait and see what happens everywhere else. And everywhere else is at Spring Garden tonight. Southeastern at the Panther Stadium tonight up in South Cherokee County. And this is a big ball game as well. Spring Garden back undefeated after that forfeit that was forced on Cleveland. Now the Garden has a chance to run the table and, win a big ball game that'll give them another region title.
Yeah, I think just we've already talked about momentum earlier as far as with Oxford, and I think just with what Spring Garden has done, I think they'll complete a perfect undefeated season, at least in region play. So give me a Spring Garden tonight.
Spring Garden at home. Go Garden, go.
Go Garden, go. GGG, right, Coach?
Absolutely.
All right, Coach Howard doing a great job up there. Let's buzz on to our next one here. This one's a big one. I couldn't believe this when Clint Smith told me this the other day at the coaches show at Struts. This is only the 3rd home game of the year for Jacksonville, and they haven't played at home, Coach, in 5 weeks.
Right, and I know that's got to be a momentum boost for them. And, just like I told you, Coach Smith, he's a good friend of mine, and he put together a good program, and, they peaking at the right time. So I have to take Jacksonville at home.
I think in this type of game, fellas, Cherokee County has some good talent to go on the road, but I don't know if they'll be able to pull this one off tonight. Give me Jacksonville.
Yeah, I kind of like the Golden Eagles as well, although I think this could be a close football game.
Right.
And I'll finish it with this, Eddie. Jacksonville's got to finish. They hadn't done that in some games this year.
Absolutely.
They got to finish.
Absolutely.
How about this one right here? Field of Champions. Walter Welborn rolling in at Piedmont tonight. Welborn on a 5-game winning streak?
Right. 2 of my fellow colleagues, Jeff Smith, Steve Smith. But I just don't think the Panthers got enough to pull away a win at Piedmont. I think they'll play them tough and they'll be physical, but I have to go with my buddy Steve Smith on this one.
Yeah, I just don't see Walter Welborn being able to score enough on the road to beat Piedmont. Give me Piedmont.
Yeah, well, Jack Hayes hurling passes all over the place to Austin Estes and some of these other guys. I'm down with Piedmont tonight. Give it to the Bulldogs as they pick up the win and really just kind of sit back and wait and see what happens everywhere else in that 3-way region tie. All right, this is one for a region title as well. It's right out there on the edge of our area. Good Hope tonight travels into Aniana to face the Redskins, Coach.
Well, that'll be another good ball game right there. I think Aniana's kind of been peaking a little bit lately. I really don't know about this one right here. I guess I'm going to have to go with the home team, though. I'm going to have to go with Aniana at home.
I think you better back up on that one.
Well, here, Good Hope's won 7 in a row after losing their first 2 games of the season, including presumably a COVID forfeiture game. I like Good Hope to come out with a road win tonight.
Yeah, I like Good Hope as well, Coach. I think Good Hope's going to get it done tonight on the road and go back-to-back in region titles. And that gets us to what we came out tonight for. Boy, you talking about a big football game. Eddie, between these two teams since 1997, they have 7 state titles.
Oh, I mentioned that to James earlier when he was asking me about them having butterflies. Rich programs, tradition-wise, very rich with state championships. And, you know, Alexandria got the 2 ghosts out here hovering, Coach Scales and Coach Larry Gideon. So, you know, it's hard to win in Death Valley.
Yeah, this is a special place, and, you know, this thing gets going here in just a little bit. I mean, where else do they paint the goalpost orange?
Absolutely. And,
I think that's a first for me, Jim.
Of course, Alexandria has talent everywhere. They got that stingy defense that's only allowed 84 points all season. The 4 horsemen, Coach.
Yeah, it went from the 3-headed monster to the 4 horsemen. And, you know, of course, Leeds, now you're talking, 3 state championships in the last 10 years?
Oh, make it 4.
Okay, 4.
4 of them. Of course, Leeds relies on a press defense anchored by All-State DB Christian Douglas. That's only allowed 92 points all season. So we're going to see a defensive struggle here in this football game, and I think the team that is able to get any kind of running game going is going to have the advantage. Alexandria holds the series edge at 4-3. You knew it would be close.
Absolutely.
With last year's win 24-9, and that was on the road. They're both undefeated. They're both first and second in the region last year. They're both first and second in the region right now by a country mile. And they're both going to make deep runs, I predict, in November.
No doubt, no doubt. And like I mentioned, hey, it's going to be a fight now because Leeds is known for coming in and hitting you in the mouth. So, you know, it's not going to be an easy fight.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Coach Todd Ginn, head coach for Alexandria, mentioned was just how physical, especially defensively, that Leeds plays. So, in fact, we'll go ahead. I think let's send it down to the field because we have the national anthem playing, and let's honor our country's national anthem.
Did you know Kona Ice can help you fundraise for your school? It's true. It's quick, it's easy, and the kids absolutely love having Kona Ice. We'll let you in on a little secret. Teachers love it too. So, how can we help you fundraise this year? It's quick, it's easy, the kids love it, and teachers love it too.
Harrison Sports and Chiropractic, located in Anniston, Alabama, is dedicated to their patients. Car accidents, injuries, pain management, or even if you're just feeling the wear and tear of everyday life, Dr. Farr and Dr. Harrison can help. Call them today at 256-231-0417 or like them on Facebook. Walk-ins are welcome, most insurance accepted. Contact them today. That's 256-231-0417.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
About 7 minutes away from kickoff here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week from Death Valley here at Alexandria High School Lou Scales Stadium tonight. A matchup of number 3 versus number 4. Third-ranked Leeds, the Green Wave, and the Valley Cubs of 4th-ranked Alexandria. Our coin toss coming up in just a few minutes as we're a little under 7 minutes away from the opening kickoff. James Hardy and the coach, Eddie Bullock, with you. And let's go over some keys for tonight's ball game because one of these two teams will be going home with the region championship out of Class 5A and Region 6, and certainly for the road team, limiting mistakes, but also being able to keep possession of the ball and eat the clock.
Well, and I also think that it boils down to whoever dominates the line of scrimmage because that's Leeds style of football, and, Alexandria's well. So I think it's going to come down to a battle in the trenches, especially on the defensive side.
And then you look at this type of game, certainly getting off to a quick start a key, but for Alexandria, if they can get off to a fast start, they can get this crowd into it.
Well, and it's a tough team to get off to a fast start on. You talk about an undefeated team, so they're going to have a little momentum on their side. But, again, it's whoever dominates the line of scrimmage.
And then also as far as the Green Wave defense, being able to get those 3 and outs and keep their defense off the field.
Absolutely. We're right back down to defense again.
Well, I think it's going to be that type of ball game as the captains for both teams out of their respective dressing rooms. And before we go to midfield for the toss of the coin, we'd like to remind you that our opening coin toss and captain's meeting presented by Stephanie McGuffey Photo. The next time you need a professional photographer specializing in seniors, couples, and weddings, contact Stephanie McGuffey. You'll find her on Facebook and online at stephaniemcguffeyphoto.com. So we'll be seeing Alexandria in their orange tops tonight for senior night as well as their final regular season home game. They will have at least one postseason home game at no worse than the number 2 team in Class 5A Region 6. And for Leeds, this is their final regular season game. They will be at home in a couple of weeks no matter what happens tonight. So we will send it to midfield for our Alabama High School Athletic Association officiating crew for tonight and our opening toss of the coin. Okay. So we thought we were going to have a little referee mic, but a little technical difficulties, but no harm, no foul, as you do see Stephanie McGuffey providing our opening coin toss as the head referee flips the coin. And we'll find out here in just a moment, as it'll be winning the coin toss Alexandria, as they will defer their option to the second half. So it appears that the Leeds Green Wave will begin tonight's ball game by receiving the opening kickoff, as they will be going from our right to left here in the first quarter. Should be a good ball game, and also something, Coach, that head coach Jerry Hood mentioned to me this week for his Leeds offense, especially on the road. They could not get behind the sticks on first down.
Absolutely. You never want to get behind the sticks because it changes your whole mentality, and it changes the play calling, and it's just very disruptive.
We'll be seeing C.J. Douglas, one of those All-State members last season for Class 5A, a first-team All-State member of the Alabama Sports Writers Association All-State team for Class 5A, as the Alexandria Valley Cubs come out of their locker room. And likewise, across the way, do the Green Wave of Leeds High School, as the two undefeated teams roll in to Death Valley to see who wins the region championship and secures that one seed out of Class 5A Region 6 in a couple of weeks for the Class 5A playoffs. We're happy that you joined us, as this is the final region week of the 2021 regular season. There is still one more regular season game next week across the state of Alabama. For Leeds, this is their final regular season week as well, and for Alexandria, a short trip up to Piedmont for a non-region game before they go into postseason play. No matter what happens for both teams tonight, they will be going into the postseason and will host a first-round home game. The winner will win Class 5A Region 6.
Well, that's the good side of it, but, the bottom line is you want to leave out of here with the win. Either team you want to leave with the win, because that region title counter catapults you into the playoff.
It'll be Cleet Forest kicking off, as our kickoffs tonight will be presented by Alabama House District 40 candidate Julie Borelli. Vote for a new voice and a new vision. Elect Julie Borelli, Alabama House District 40 representative. It'll be Josh Ruff and C.J. Douglas back deep for Leeds High School, as you see Cleet Forest stepping his way to the football, and we are underway. A short little kick that will be fielded by an up man around the 25-yard line, as he'll gain a few yards just shy of the 30-yard line, as Leeds will begin the night first down and 10, and one of the first times this season that we'll have had genuine football type of weather, as by the fourth quarter we should have temperatures go down into the mid and maybe even lower 50s, as game time temperatures approaching 60 degrees. In fact, game time temperature right at 60 degrees. Jared Latta, the starting quarterback for Leeds High School, as they'll transition into an offset eye out of the pistol. Snap, and Yelverton will get the call. Has good running room as he gets himself across the 30 and close to the 35 for a solid about 6-yard gain on the game's opening play. Looking at the offensive backfield for Leeds, you'll have Yelverton as the main back, a senior, along with the kind of an H-back in Devontae Meganson. And we mentioned Jared Latta, the junior quarterback. And the receivers, Josh Ruff, Brody Goodman, and Demarion Keenan. Second down and 3. They say 7 yards for Yelverton on first down. Snap, and the quick bubble screen pass is complete to the near side for a first down and more, close to midfield. As that first down brought to you by Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford. If you're in the market for a new or quality used vehicle, give Tyrell a call. Good guy that really appreciates the chance to earn your business. So already 2 plays and a first down for Leeds High School, as they have already advanced the football from about their own 28 to right at midfield, going from your right to left. So Leeds out of the huddles with 10 on the play clock. Just underway here as the winner will win the Class 5A Region 6 title. Megginson in motion as Yelverton will spin and cannot get out of a tackle. So he'll fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No further to set up a 2nd down and 10 situation.
Well, you got too much penetration from the right side. They motion a guy away, and the left side was just overloaded.
Javarius Williams and DeMarcus Williams will be the defensive ends for Alexandria. Latrentis Turner, the defensive tackle, along with Braxton Tucker, the other defensive tackle. As Leeds now has it 2nd and 10, as Goodman will go in motion and switch sides as a receiver to the far side. Snap, and the keeper for Latta, as he'll go up the middle, has running room, lowers his head and drives himself forward for the 1st down as he gets inside the Alexandria 40 for a Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford 1st down.
Well, he lost his helmet as well, so he's going to have to go out. They're going to have to get a quarterback in and give him a play.
So far, Coach, a solid drive to open this ball game for Leeds.
Absolutely, just a quarterback lead right there. They motion out in the trips and got Alexandria to spread the defense out. They pulled a couple of guys out of the box, and that's a quarterback lead.
So Latta will have to check out for one play as it appears that Josh Ruff will line up as a Wildcat quarterback on 1st down. And the give will go to Yelverton as he'll get a good solid about 3 yards around the 35-yard line. So we're under 10 minutes to go. This is the opening drive of the ball game that, as far as the drive goes, started at their own 28 for Leeds High School. Alexandria's defense, by the way, as far as their linebacking core, Tyler Brown, Jake Upton, and Avanti Davis, the 3 linebackers. 2nd down and 7. Football at the 35 of Alexandria. As Leeds still on their opening drive. Megginson in motion. The give to Yelverton as he has room off the right side, and a good tackle with a flag on the play as the gain of 5, but as it was Upton with the tackle, but I think that might have been a hold, Coach.
Well, you can see based on the lineman, Alexandria's running a 3-4, so what Leeds is doing is they're kicking out the tackle with their offensive tackle, and they're leading up on the linebacker.
This play, holding, offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, replay.
So there you heard the holding penalty on Leeds, the first of the night, as that'll move the football back 10 yards with the nose of the football at the 45-yard line. So a 2nd down and 17 situation. Line to reach the 1st down will be the 28-yard line. For the defensive backfield for Alexandria, you'll have McKee and Scott the corners, and Ross and Downey will be the safeties. Ruff in motion, empty backfield. As Latta back in the ball game, he'll quick throw to Ruff as that is incomplete. That was a bad throw that time as that was behind the intended receiver in Josh Ruff.
Well, that's what we mean by getting behind on the behind the chains right there. They got the holding penalty, moved them back, and then they got an incomplete pass right here to the flats, and now you got 3rd and possibly 15, 16 yards, and you don't have many plays for that. Right now the defense should look for screens or draws right here, because that's basically what coaches do on 3rd and long like this.
Football at 45, line to reach for the 1st down, the 28. A 3rd down and long situation, and we'll have a pre-snap penalty as the play clock was winding down. As we'll find out the penalty. So it's a false start called on by Leeds High School. That's their 2nd penalty of this opening drive. So that'll push the football back to midfield for Leeds along the offensive front. B.J. Davis at left tackle, Nick Bradford the left guard, Jackson Barty the center, Jacob Skinner the right guard, and Jay Williams at right tackle. 3rd down and now 22 yards to go. Play clock down to 9 seconds. As Latta still taking his time as he's awaiting the shotgun snap. Looking for a receiver. He'll step up and throw over the middle as that is deflected and intercepted. The first turnover of the football game goes to the Alexandria defense as that interception goes to Tyler Brown, the linebacker.
Well, he just threw in a double coverage. If you look, you'll see where he threw the football at. I mean, Alexandria just had it right here. He just had it well covered right there. And, I mean, it's just, you got 3 guys there. You got a tip. That's tip drill on defense.
I was about to say, looked like you coached that up with your old squad just a few years ago. I'll tell you what, 2 well-coached teams, and that looked like a well-coached defense that time on the tip drill.
Absolutely. That's tip drill all day.
Javez McGee will be the starting quarterback, as he'll be the lone setback. Has big running room, and this will go 20, 15, 10, 5, and a touchdown on the first offensive play of the game for Alexandria.
That's just outside zone. He stuck his foot in the ground and turned it up. If you look at it, he comes out here, and he has nothing over here, so he just sticks his foot in and goes straight up.
That is Antonio Ross, the junior running back, that takes it the distance for the touchdown to put Alexandria on the board first. So it'll be Cleet Forrest with the extra point attempt. A second-team All-State place kicker a season ago as just a freshman. A botch snap that time as a scramble situation, and the PAT is no good as the game remains at 6-0. But Antonio Ross makes a big statement for the Valley Cubs to get his team on the board first. As we'll take this time out as we're in the first quarter with Alexandria leading 6-0.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Alliance Insurance in Heflin if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Antonio Ross, the junior running back, takes it the distance, 55 yards for the touchdown, as Cleet Forrest will come on for our second kickoff of the game, presented by Alabama House District 40 candidate Julie Borelli. So you'll have both Ruff and C.J. Douglas returning for Leeds, as it'll be a short kick to the right side, a scramble situation as it's knocked out of bounds, although a flag is thrown down along the near sideline around the 20, maybe 25.
Well, I'm not sure for that. I see Coach Gill is arguing the point, but I think Leeds may have knocked that football out of bounds. And if that being the case, it would be spotted right there. I think the ball was going out of bounds, but fact is I think they called it being kicked out of bounds.
That's right. I think you're right that they thought that it went out of bounds.
The ball touched the receiver and then went out of bounds.
There it is.
There you go. So the officials made the correct call that time. So the football will be deep into Leeds territory at their own 20-yard line. First quarter presented by Swimple Pool. I'll tell you more about them later on in this quarter as Yelverton will get swallowed up in the backfield for a loss of 2. As you had that defensive front of Turner, Tucker, and Javarius and DeMarcus Williams helping out on the stop. So second down and long to go. The first possession for Leeds started at the 28, went as deep as the Alexandria 35 before penalties, and then ultimately a turnover led to an Alexandria touchdown. So Latto will set up in the shotgun. They'll say no gain for Yelverton on his first down carry. Receiver coming in motion, snap, and to throw will be Ladd as he's under pressure, loses the football. And let's see who has it, and it will be Alexandria with the football as coming up with the recovery, Braxton Tucker.
Well, he just fumbled. I mean, he didn't secure the football, and if you look, Alexandria's on a 4-man front right here, and they just get pressure from this side and from the other side over there, and he just I don't know if he was trying to toss a pass or what, but they got to him and he fumbled the football.
Javarius Williams on the pressure, forcing the fumble, and then Braxton Tucker, one of the main leaders on this Alexandria squad, coming up with the fumble recovery. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Leeds 13-yard line as Javez McGee will operate out of the shotgun with Ross as the lone setback. Snap, and the keeper for McGee as he'll break through the right side and get solid yardage inside the 10-yard line. And for Alexandria, Coach, they have to like how this game is going early on.
Well, they're the more physical team. I was just watching the receiver on that last play, and he drove the cornerback all the way back to the goalpost. So right now, Alexandria's making a statement, that even though Leeds was known for being physical, we're going to show you that we just as physical as you are.
Jake Upton is the starting fullback, Avante Davis the wingback, lone receiver Austin Jeffers, and Connor Hall the tight end.
I think I'd be running some outside zone again. They ran it one play and scored. I may be going back to it.
Gain of 2 for McGee on first down. A timeout on the field. A timeout, the first for Alexandria, as we'll take this timeout. 6-0, the Valley Cubs with the lead over Leeds here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at FNN Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
First quarter from Larry Ginn Field here at Lou Scale Stadium at Death Valley. First quarter presented to you by Swimple Pool as they're about to get the snap off. As this will be the end around to the far side, turning the corner and getting his way into the end zone. Touchdown for Alexandria's Ross, his second of the night.
When it was an outside zone, they just went to the jet sweep to get the corner.
So it's a touchdown on the field. I don't see a flag on the play, although the officials are, at least a couple of them, are huddling right at midfield. So unsportsmanlike conduct on a dead ball, so it appears to be a post-touchdown penalty.
You can't celebrate in high school unless it's on the sideline.
So we'll see whether they assess that on the PAT or the kickoff, as the touchdown does stand of 11 yards for Antonio Ross, his second touchdown of the night.
Leeds will have to make some adjustments because Alexandria's getting the corners too easy. I mean, they just blocking down, and getting the edge.
In fact, right now, their offensive line of Parr, Brown, Argo, Northard, and Cromer just wiping the Leeds defensive line off the ball, as score now increases to 12-0 in favor of the Valley Cubs. So they'll assess the penalty on the PAT, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll make it a 35-yard extra point attempt if they decide to kick the football, which it appears that Cleet Forrest will come out onto the field for a PAT kick.
Well, they did that purposely because if they can keep it down, they feel like if, with 12, a couple of scores, couple of PATs, and, we got the lead. So, it's a smart decision by the coach.
So the left-footed kicker, the second team ASWA All-State selection last season, as before the snap. It'll be an offside for Leeds High School, so that'll give Forrest a little more room to operate now.
Well, you don't want to do that. I know Coach Hood got to be gritting his teeth. I mean, you got him backed up, and you don't want to give him, extra yardage right here. I mean, that's just an inexcusable mistake to line up offside.
So Forrest will line up for his PAT try. Kick on the way. It is up, and it is good. So now 13-0. We're about 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. We'll take the timeout here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
I'm Mark Box. I've been a part of the funeral industry for over 25 years. As a funeral professional, serving others is an integrated part of my life. It's been a privilege helping families in many ways throughout my career. As the owner of Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, Anniston Memorial Gardens, and Maple Grove Cemetery, I would like each of you to know that my staff and I are here to serve each of you during your time of need. We want you to feel comforted and honored as we memorialize the life of your loved one. I am grateful for the opportunity to give back within Calhoun County and our local communities. It is our hope and prayer that each family we meet feels cared for and loved.
Two early touchdowns for Antonio Ross for the Valley Cubs as Cleet Forrest will make his way and kick the football. A high end-over-end kick will go to Douglas at the far side as he'll try and angle his way and has room and gets taken down from behind across the 20 and 25 to around the 27-yard line, as that was an Alabama House District 40 candidate Julie Borelli kickoff. They'll set up a first down and 10 and the third offensive possession of this first quarter for Leeds. And, Coach, the first two resulted in turnovers that eventually led to points for Alexandria.
Right, and you got a flag right here, so they're going to be pent back to their goal line again. So it's just, Leeds they went from having a promising first quarter to disaster.
Return team. Half the distance from spot to foul, 1st and 10.
The 2021 season of the FNN Game of the Week is sponsored by Cofield Asphalt Refinishing, your asphalt services specialist, including crack sealing, seal coating, markings and signage, pressure washing, and reclamation. It'll be a first down and 10 from about their own 8-yard line. As the man coming in motion as the snap, and Yelverton will get the call and goes right into the teeth of the Alexandria defense for minimal yardage at best to set up a second down and long situation. And, Coach, Leeds, when you look at it coming into this ball game, this is about the worst case scenario you can imagine.
Absolutely. Well, what Alexandria did, they was in a 3-4 with a cover 2 behind it earlier, but now they're more like in a 3-5, but they're walking the outside linebackers down, so it's giving the impression of a 5-man front because they're not respecting Lee's ability to throw the football.
Yelverton, the lone setback on a second down and 9.
They're running a 52 right now.
Here's the snap as Lotta will throw to the near side, complete to Ruff as he'll turn upfield around the 15 and gets taken down by a couple of Alexandria defenders around the 17-yard line. So that was a solid 8-yard gain and will be a third down and short coming up. Third down and short. 5:15 left in the opening quarter as our first quarter is presented to you by Swimpool Pool. Now that summer's over, it's time to put the pool to bed for the cold months ahead. For winterizing chemicals repairs or a new pool or spa in time for next summer, contact Swimpool Pools, now in their new location at Highway 431 just north of the stoplight here in Alexandria. Third down as Latta will roll to the near side and will tuck and run and gets minimal yardage as it appears they'll be shy of the first down on a 3rd and 5 situation. So it'll be 4th down and it'll be the punting unit coming out for Leeds, and the first time we'll see Jackson Arthur punt the football away for the Green Wave.
And field position is just absolutely destroying Leeds right now. As I mentioned earlier, they got off to a great start, and penalties counter got them, and turnovers and penalties still getting them right here now. So it's just, it's rough with the field position.
Javez McGee fields on a fair catch at the 40-yard line. Outstanding field position coming up for Alexandria, already up 13-0. As they've already caused 2 Leeds turnovers and have cashed in both of those turnovers for all the points so far tonight. The 2021 season, the FNN Game of the Week, is sponsored by FNN Bank, home of the high school spirit card. Service Solutions, strength isn't just a tagline. At FNN Bank, we're here for you. So the 1st and 10 from the Leeds 40-yard line.
It's not hard to realize what I would run here. I'd run a jet sweep or I'd run an inside zone. I mean, those are the plays that work.
Austin West now in the game at quarterback. Snap. And this will be the give to the big fullback Upton as he'll barge his way forward inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Looking at the Leeds defense, you have Chris Burge at defensive end, also Kavian Henderson and another defensive end spot. Cody Salisbury, the nose guard, and Joseph Stone, the defensive tackle. Linebackers, Dontre Harris, Jeremiah Hunter, and J.D. Douglas. And the corners are Tanner Chambers and Christian Simmons, and the safeties, Mekhi Jones and C.J. Douglas. Upton gained 4 on his first down carry. This will be a 2nd down and 6. McGee will take the snap and go ahead up the middle and gets the first down and a lot more as he'll take a tackler inside the 20 into the red zone to about the 18-yard line for another first down.
Well, that's just a quarterback lead. You know, he's actually in the Wildcat set, but you give it to him, and that's just, you know, matching up your numbers and leading him up in there and letting him make somebody miss.
That was a Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford first down. So a red zone opportunity at the 17-yard line as we are at 3 minutes left in the opening quarter. The winner of this game takes home the crown out of Class 5A Region 6. McGee doesn't like what he sees and will call for the timeout and gets it. The second timeout used here in the first half is Alexandria down to just 1 timeout left in the first half. We'll take the timeout. Alexandria leading 13-0 on the FNN Game of the Week.
Cofield Asphalt Refinishing is Northeast Alabama's go-to source for exterior parking lot maintenance. We provide a broad range of products and services in the asphalt, seal coating, and striping industry. Whether it's for a commercial or industrial customer or helping serve other contractors like ourselves, we're here to serve our community with over 25 years experience. Get a free estimate. Call us at 256-454-5336 or contact Cofield Asphalt Refinishing.
First quarter as Alexandria driving, and this will be the keeper by McGee as Leeds defends it well, but good determination by McGee as he keeps the play alive as it appears that there's a fumble on the play, and Leeds says that they have it, and they do.
Yes, he was trying to fight to get more yardage, but he just got wrapped up in there, and instead of ball security, you know, you got 1 hit there. You got 2, you got 3, they got him wrapped up there.
Check that. It appears that it was Upton, the running back, but with good determination, but a good job that time by Leeds' defense to strip the ball out of his hands and come up with a big critical turnover for them to keep them in this ball game early. So it'll be 1st and 10 deep in their own territory at the 3-yard line for the Leeds Green Wave.
Well, it's great to get the turnover, but at the same time, I mean, you're talking about being on your 3-yard line, so that's not a good look against a team of Alexander's caliber.
Shotgun for Latta as he'll have a running back beside him and an H-back as well. This will be Yelverton with the call as he'll try and follow Meganson as he squirts out of a little bit of a pile and gets a couple of yards close to the 5-yard line. As we're at 2:20 left in the opening quarter, Antonio Ross has scored a couple of touchdowns tonight from 55 and from 3 yards out as well. Shotgun on a 2nd down and 8 situation. Latta looking toward the far sideline for some instructions. Still plenty of time on the play clock at 10 seconds. Latta now getting set, calling for a receiver to come in motion, does so. as the play action under pressure in the end zone as he'll dump it down, and that is incomplete, intended for Yelverton, the running back. It's going to be a 3rd down and 8 from the shadows of their own goal line, Coach.
Right, he got a lot of pressure then. He was fortunate not to get sacked. He had a receiver in that area, and he hit him in his hand. But you gotta try to spread him out. You gotta get some guys out of that box.
Our first quarter presented to you by Swimple Pool, located at their new location on Highway 431, just north of the stoplight here in Alexandria. 3rd down and 8 from the 5. Line to reach for the first down is their own 13 for Leeds High School. They need a first down just to give themselves some breathing room on offense as well as some rest on defense. Latta in the shotgun. Yelverton the lone setback. Snap. And will throw to the far side as that is intercepted inside the 10-yard line, and another costly turnover as for the second time in this quarter, it's the linebacker Tyler Brown on the interception.
Right, and he's just not getting it there. I mean, he throwing in the coverage, and he had a receiver up the middle. Yeah. He had a receiver on the crossing route that came open, and he just didn't get it to him. He didn't give him enough time to develop.
Yeah, it's like he had plenty of time as far as the protection, but just kind of panicked a little bit, and he paid for it as far as the 3rd turnover here in just the first quarter for Leeds. As you see Swimpool Pools on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, presenting our first quarter, as this will be the give to Ross up the middle, as he'll fight his way closer to the goal line as they started at the 7, maybe a 1 or a 2-yard gain to around the 6 or maybe the 5-yard line.
Right, and that's just a lead, out of the shotgun. That's just a straight lead off the right side. But Alexandria has done extremely well getting the edges. I would challenge them on the edges. If they try to stay wide, you kick them out and turn it up. That's where they have had success at.
Austin Jeffers checks into the game at a wide receiver spot as he'll flank out to the near side. This will be a full house back set. Snap, and this will be the give off the left side, and a touchdown for Alexandria, as it'll be the fullback getting in on the action this time, Jake Upton.
Absolutely, that's a fullback rollout. That's probably one of the oldest plays that Alexandria has ran, and what they do is they'll run the fullback out in the flats. They'll run another guy out here, and they want you to take the underneath route, and the fullback comes open. He slams. He comes open every time. They've been running that play for about 30 years.
Yeah, they had me faked out that time, as it was the pass that time going for the touchdown to McGee, his first touchdown pass of the night. So that makes it 19-0. As Alexandria trying to pull away from this one in a matchup of two undefeated teams. It appears they're going to try and go for two to make up for the first missed extra point opportunity as McGee under center, as he'll give off to his wingback, who'll try and go toward the end zone. Davis does not do so, as the two-point conversion attempt is no good. But Alexandria gets another touchdown on the board, as they're now up 19-0 on the FNN game of the week. (19-0). Alexandria with the dominating advantage so far, with under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Our kickoffs presented by Alabama House District 40 candidate Julie Borelli. As we've said her name a bunch of times for Alexandria, as they have cashed in on all three of Leeds' turnovers, as Douglas and Ruff will return as the kick coming toward the near side, and that'll go out of bounds around the 25-yard line. So Leeds will get good field position, and they are in desperate need of getting some points now, Coach, after turning the ball already 3 times, 2 on interceptions, in Alexandria scoring off of all of those turnovers.
Absolutely. They need to get something going here. They gotta make sure that they get something going right here out of this drive right here. At least flip the field position. Can't afford to give them good field position again.
By the way, Connor Hall on the touchdown reception for Alexandria on their most recent possession. That was a 5-yard touchdown reception as Yelverton will get the call up the middle and get some good room off of right guard as he crosses the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's a gain of 6 yards as we are under 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Maybe time for one more play for Leeds before we conclude the first quarter.
Well, and again, Alexandria has gotten out of that 3-4 look, and now they're running a 52 right now. They got 2 stand-up ends on the outside, which are actually linebackers, and they're having a lot of success. I think Coach Guillen felt like that will work for it.
This should be the final play of the first quarter as Latta will get the snap and keeps it on the zone read as he'll now charge up the middle and gets a couple more yards closer to the first down as we have concluded the first quarter from Death Valley here in Alexandria as it's all Valley Cubs up 19-0 after 1 quarter of play on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
As we begin the second quarter, Roof Revivers presents our second quarter, a full-service roofing company that services all of Central Alabama, specializing in roof replacement, repair, and cleaning. Fully licensed, bonded, insured, and certified Master Pro, allowing us to provide a warranty that no one else in this area can. Call for a free inspection and estimate at 256-847-4099 or visit our website at roofriversllc.com. That's roofreviversllc.com. So they'll flip into the field to begin our second quarter as Leeds trails by 3 scores, needing a score on this possession to get back in this game as these two teams comes in undefeated. 9-0 for Leeds and 8-0 for Alexandria, and some misorganization, at least on the Leeds sideline, that will force them to use a timeout, as we'll keep it here and remind you that our 2021 season of the FNN Game of the Week is sponsored by the Calhoun County Commission. If you're looking for the perfect place to live or start a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. So Leeds takes their first of 3 timeouts here in the first half. They have 2 remaining. Alexandria with just 1 remaining. There's some first quarter highlights, all for Alexandria so far, as linebacker Tyler Brown already with 2 interceptions from his linebacking spot. Antonio Ross, the star running back, with a couple of touchdown runs, and Jabez McGee with a short touchdown pass, 5 yards to Connor Hall to close out the scoring in the first quarter, all coming off of Leeds turnovers.
And I think I could have got those interceptions.
Yeah, I think maybe I could have gotten them too. Yeah, I think both of us could after some of those throws. 3rd down and inches. This will be the keeper for Ruff as he'll get a good surge on the offensive line and easily gets his first down across the 45 to about the 46-yard line, as Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford presents our first downs. If you're in the market for a new or quality used vehicle, give Tyrell a call. Good guy that really appreciates the chance to earn your business.
Well, they went unbalanced then. They started out a regular formation. They shifted 2 wing backs and two offensive line. And
pistol give for Yelverton as he'll snake his way through the line and gets his first down into Alexandria territory. That's a Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford first down carry of 15 yards for Remetrius Yelverton, the senior running back.
Well, they're giving you a strong formation to one side, and then they pulling tackle on a wing back, and they're running a lead up against the weak side, and that's a very effective play.
Jared Latta so far has struggled in the passing game for Leeds at the quarterback spot, as they'll shift the heavy set now to the far side. Latta will get the snap, and this will be the call for Yelverton as he runs into a brick wall that time at the line of scrimmage, as you practically had that entire line of scrimmage bubble up any potential hold that time for a loss.
Well, they slanted to the right on that particular play, and it didn't stand a chance. What Coach Hood going to have to start looking at is when he shifts the formation strength, he's going to have to try to run a counter back to where he left from.
That was toward the side of Javarius Williams, the star defensive end. So a loss of 2 on the play. Second down and long as Leeds trailing by 19. Goodman in motion, snap, and the swing pass going to Yelverton as he'll shake his way inside the original line of scrimmage to about the 38-yard line. You had that time one of the backups coming in on the tackle in Jeffers. It'll still be a third and long with a couple of substitutions coming in defensively for Alexandria.
And well, he had it again. Leeds are getting good looks out of that crossing route coming across. The safety's losing him, but Latter's just not finding him. I don't know if he got initial read to just throw there, but he's having a crossing route to come open every time.
Goodman to the far side. H-back coming in motion as Latta has time. Now will step up. Needs help and finds a receiver complete for the first down and more inside the 25. As Leeds will have their deepest drive of the ball game as Demarion Keenan with the first down reception.
And he had him open in the flats, and he had to step up in the pocket because he got good pressure, which is a good step up. Once he catch it right here, he should keep on in that direction right there, but he cuts it back.
That would say Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford, first down gain to the 15-yard line for the Green Wave, as Leeds with their best drive by far of this game. We're early in the second quarter as the Valley Cubs of Alexandria have cashed in on all 3 of Leeds' turnovers.
Way through that one with a little zip on it there. Maybe he's waking up right now.
Give to Yelverton off of left side as he'll hurdle forward for about a couple of yards, maybe 3, to set up a second down and about 7 yards to go, as we're making our way to under 9 minutes left here in the first half. Roof Revivers presents our second quarter, as Leeds needing to revive themselves as far as their early play so far. A lot of sloppy offensive play, especially in the passing game, but they're about 14 yards or so away from getting a touchdown. 2nd and 7. This will be the keeper for Latta as he'll maintain his balance and gets a couple more yards, but loses the football. And if he does so, Alexandria will get their 4th turnover of the ball game. Now, they haven't made any official indication just yet as the officials, and it appears that Alexandria will have the football. Latta fighting for extra yards, Coach, and looks like he lost the football, and there goes the football on the second look.
Right, and I don't know if they're arguing the point that he was down. I don't know if he was on his back or if the ball came out before he got on his back.
That was Braxton Tucker, the senior defensive tackle, on the recovery. So 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions for Leeds on offense, as it'll be Alexandria taking over 1st down and 10. There's the jet sweep give to Ross, but before that we have a whistle and a flag on the play.
And Ross was headed to the house again.
Let's see what our head referee signals for us as far as the flag.
Before the snap, false start. Offense. 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
I believe, Coach, that is the first penalty of the night for Alexandria.
Yes, I believe so.
So that
Well, they got unsportsmanlike early.
Well, you're right on the PAT attempt. So that's check that their second penalty, but their first. Well, actually, both of them have been dead ball penalties.
Absolutely.
So 1st down and long as Javez McGee will line up as the Wildcat quarterback, and now will give off to the right side as having running room and a big 1st down and a lot more is Antonio Ross, who's made already a couple of big plays tonight and makes another big play for the Tyrell Tucker 1st down.
Absolutely, and that's just all athletic. He cut it back right there, and he was one play away, and he keeps his feet moving, and he just has tremendous upper body strength, and he kind of slipped right there, but had not he slipped, he may have been running into that end zone.
The Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford 1st down gain takes it to the 40, their own, for Alexandria. West will get the snap, and he'll give off to Ross, his running back, who gets up the middle for about 4 yards to the 44-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd down and about 6 yards to go. Check that, 7 yards to go. It's still officially called it a 3-yard gain as we are approaching the 7-minute mark left in the 1st half.
Wade gave that one to the fullback there, so I guess they have to try to keep them honest, to let them know that they will hand it off. But you can bet that jet sweep or that outside zone will be coming.
So Jake Upton with the carry, the fullback. So 2nd down and 7. As under center will be McGee, as he will play action, looking for a receiver, and now throws down the field as that is caught into Leeds territory for the 1st down. As you had Davis that time, the wingback on the reception.
And that's a great catch because, he was just one step away from that being a pick. He rolled out, did a great job. But if you look right there, he was in perfect position to intercept that ball. He just overran it.
So basically the difference that time between an interception and, in this case, another Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford 1st down for Alexandria. That'll move the football up to the Leeds 30-yard line.
Well, closeness only counts in blackjack and horseshoes.
25-yard gain on that pass reception to the wingback Davis, Avonte Davis, with his first reception, and a timeout on the field. We'll take the timeout with them at 19-0. Alexandria with the lead on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Harrison Sports and Chiropractic, located in Anniston, Alabama, is dedicated to their patients. Car accidents, injuries, pain management, or even if you're just feeling the wear and tear of everyday life, Dr. Farr and Dr. Harrison can help. Call them today at 256-231-0417 or like them on Facebook. Walk-ins are welcome, most insurance accepted. Contact them today. That's 256-231-0417.
Our second quarter presented by Roof Revivers. Call for a free inspection and estimate at 256-847-4099 or visit them at roofreviversllc.com. A big play off the near side, as that'll be just shy of the goal line, as you have Ross once again on the carry and a good push, at least good seal on that left side to produce the big game.
Well, this is what I like about him. Right here, he comes out and he dead legs the guy and then get back out right there. On a dime. He just cuts on a dime. And, he's fast, he's big, and he's strong. And, I thought he was going to get unsportsmanlike down there for a little taunting, but, I'm glad for him being excited, but you can't do anything to hurt your team right there.
Chris Burge, the man that Coach pointed out, faked out on that play. Full house backfield on a 1st and goal situation as Ross will get the carry. Cuts it up the middle, working his way toward the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Alexandria, the 3rd rushing touchdown for Ross.
Well, he just kind of pushed his own man in, it's blocking. He's a beast. He kind of put his hand in his back and hey, let's get in this end zone.
Coach, I have a few words for you as far as Alexandria goes, as far as their performance tonight. State title contender.
Okay.
If they can keep this type of play up, all-around play along their offensive and defensive lines and opportunistic on defense, they have a lot of potential in the postseason. Forrest for the PAT.
State title contention statement.
There you go. Well played there, Coach. PAT is good to make it 26-0 with 5:59 left until halftime. We'll go ahead and take the timeout with him as you see Antonio Ross make his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Second quarter presented by Roof Revivers as our kickoff for Cleet Forest in Alexandria, brought to you by Alabama House District 40 candidate Julie Borelli. All Alexandria so far up 26-0 with just less than 6 minutes to go until halftime, and a short little sky kick will be fielded around the 28-yard line by a Leeds up man who will take it across the 30 to about the 32-yard line for Christopher Stokes, the backup wide receiver, a senior. As for Leeds, this is their final regular season game of 2021, but they will have a home game no matter what happens in a couple of weeks. But as it stands now, it appears that Alexandria certainly is well on their way to capturing a region championship. Looks like we have a penalty.
Return team, 15 yards, 1st and 10.
There you saw the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Leeds, and not much going right so far for Leeds, Coach.
Well, you don't want to do anything to help a team. Alexandria's tough enough as is. You don't want to do anything to help them.
1st down and 10. They'll spot the football at their own 16 for Leeds as Latta remaining in the game at quarterback. It'll be Yelverton squirting his way close to the 20-yard line up the middle, but they'll spot him back about the 18-yard line for a gain of 2.
And the main thing for Leeds right now is you kind of playing for pride now, because it looked like Alexandria has taken all the punch out of them, and you don't want to lay down this early,
2nd down and long. They gave him a couple of extra yards to the 20, so a 4-yard gain officially for Yelverton. Two receivers far side, one to the near side. Snap and the give goes to Yelverton as he gets the 1st down and more across the 30 to the 34-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 14 yards for another Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford 1st down.
And that's just inside zone right there, but they, Alexandria's bending, but they're not breaking, and Leeds has done this before, but, all the drives have ended in disaster.
In fact, that's probably the best word to describe Leeds' offense here in the first half. First half, disastrous. Already 4 turnovers, and Alexandria has capitalized on all 4 of those turnovers. Under 5 minutes until halftime. First and 10 from around the 35-yard line as the delay give goes to Yelverton, who will fight his way across the 35 to the 36-yard line. As you see coming out of the bottom of that pile defensively, Javarius Williams, the senior defensive end.
Well, it's just got them wide bodies up front. I mean, hey, they taking up a lot of space, and those linebackers are able to flow freely. And I think that's why they went to 5-man front, because they got three pretty good linebackers back there, and they're playing a cover 3. So, you know, they got 8 in the box up there. They daring Leeds to throw the ball.
Receivers to each side. Shotgun for Latta as he will give to Yelverton, who's looking for room, gets swallowed up, tries to reverse field, and gets spun around and taken down in the backfield for a big loss that time. And you can expect, Coach, this Alexandria defense just tee off on third down as we'll get a second look.
Well, it's just, I mean, they can't get the edges on him right there. He's unblocked. And the linebackers, you can see the linebackers here flowing freely.
So that's DeMarcus Williams leading the way on that initial effort and then finishing off the play, Avante Davis.
And I'll tell you something, the defensive line not getting credit, but those linebackers are able to flow that freely because those defensive linemen taking on double teams.
Third down and long as Latta gets the snap under pressure as he'll throw down the field, has Ruff behind the defense, and it is incomplete. As Coach, he dropped the football and would still be running back to Leeds if he didn't drop it.
Well, that's what I was telling you earlier. He got good footwork, got inside release. Latta stepped up, he threw it, put enough height on it, and, I mean, it hit him right in the hands. I mean, there's nothing else he can do right there. I mean, that's great throw. It just didn't finish the catch part of it.
Jackson Arthur for his second punt gets a little bit of pressure as Chavez McGee will let it bounce inside the 30. And we'll take a stop, looks like around the 26-yard line with 3:11 to go until halftime. 26-0 in favor of Alexandria as they have scored all of their 26 points off of 4 Leeds turnovers. The 2021 season of the FNN Game of the Week brought to you by Young Oil Grub Mart, home of the 99-cent bag of ice and everybody's favorite, the popcorn bucket. Buy yours and get free popcorn refills for an entire year. First down and 10 for the Valley Cubs of Alexandria from around their own 25-yard line. Already 26 points on the board as Antonio Ross has scored 3 touchdowns tonight. Play action as McGee will throw down the field, and it's caught into Leeds territory inside the 35-yard line. And another big play on offense that time is, I believe, Ross that time on the receiving end.
Well, and that's the difference right there. They took a shot down, and they ran a scissor route, and they got the receiver out. Defensive back was looking in the backfield, and that's just the difference between Leeds and Alexandria. Alexandria made the catch.
West, the quarterback, McGee that time, the all-purpose player. We've seen mostly a quarterback, but that time at receiver making the grab. McGee will pitch it out to Ross, looking for some help. Now we'll cut it up the middle, gets good yards and more as he'll reverse field and gets about 8, maybe 9 yards inside the 30 to about the 24-yard line. Now that's a couple of yards shy of the Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford first down.
Ross looked back like he's back there playing PlayStation, man. I mean, he starts one direction and just change. I mean, look like he's just having fun back there. And, you know, he don't look tired. Look like he's in great shape. And it just looked like he's playing Madden PlayStation.
So it'll be a second down and short, about 2 yards to go off an 8-yard carry for Ross. McGee goes under center as Ross will get the carry with a penalty flag on the play, thrown right around the middle of the field by the umpire, and I bet this play is going to come on back. So they'll signal the holding call. As you see, Roof Revivers at 256-847-4099 presenting our second quarter. So the hold will negate the first down
Didn't
carry.
Run, holding, offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay second down.
Well, and they're just blowing leads off the they're blowing them off the line of scrimmage. So I think you'll see Coach Ginn take a couple of shots here. You know, he has no timeouts, and he only got 1 minute 52 seconds left. So if he want to get some points out, he's going to have to either spike it or put it in the air some to stop the clock.
McGee under center as Ross will cut it up the middle inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And don't forget, they have one of this state's, in Class 5A, top place kickers as well. So if you can get it inside the 25-yard line and you don't get a touchdown or a first down in this series of downs, that you do have the luxury of sending out your field goal kicker.
Well, I tell you, like I tell my basketball team, I tell them I love like threes, but I love layups. In football, I like threes, but I love sevens.
Who doesn't like sevens? And certainly Alexandria has loved their touchdowns so far tonight. Third down play action for McGee. Stops and throws down the field into coverage, and that'll be knocked down incomplete. You had a couple of defensive backs there, as it was Mekhi Jones, the free safety, the young man that was able to break up the pass.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I'm going to take a shot. I'm in 4-down territory. I think Alexandria can get the first down, and you got 58 seconds left, so, you know, I would
So they're going to bring out the throwing quarterback, at least the pocket traditional quarterback in Austin West for this long yardage situation on 4th and 7.
Well, they're actually going for the field goal. They got the kickoff.
That's right. West is the holder, so this will be for Forrest a 46-yard field goal attempt.
Well, he kicked that other one with ease.
Kick on the way. Has the distance. Does it have the accuracy? Yes, it does. Impressive field goal kick of 46 yards from one of Class 5A's top place kickers.
Well, I think Coach Ginn trying to show out right now. Senior night, I think he's just showing out a little bit there.
Although Cleet Forrest is just a sophomore, Coach, as we'll take the timeout. 29-0, Alexandria with the lead on the FNN Game of the Week.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at FNN Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
House District 40 candidate Julie Borelli kickoff upcoming after a 46-yard boomer by Cleet Forrest as he'll punch it to the far side. It's grabbed by an up man as Leeds will get good field position across the 40-yard line. And once again, Christopher Stokes at the up position takes the kickoff and gives the Green Wave some decent field position. But we're under a minute on the stadium clock left until halftime as Roof Revivers presents our second quarter and also our 2021 season of the FNN Game of the Week, sponsored by Cofield Asphalt Refinishing.
The Leeds just have to do their best not to turn the football over and give Alexander another possible chance to score because they can score quickly.
Ruff, the quarterback, the Wildcat quarterback, will hand off to Yelverton, who gets minimal yardage right into the teeth of the Valley Cubs defense as we're under 40 seconds left until halftime and maybe one more play for the Green Wave before they send it to the locker room. We'll have certainly the presentation at halftime by the Alexandria High School Marching Band. Snap by Latta as he'll swing it out to Yelverton to the near side, complete across the 45 and upended shy of midfield around the 48-yard line. It's under 10 seconds until halftime, as I believe that will be and is indeed the final play of the first half, as it's been all Alexandria here in the opening 24 minutes of play. As we go to halftime, our halftime coverage will start after this timeout, with Alexandria leading 29-0.
Dave Mack for Advantage Tire on Highway 202 in Anniston. Most of you know about the new and used tires and rims we sell. But I bet there's a lot of things we do that you don't know about. We have a full lineup of ASE certified mechanics that are ready to take care of just about everything you can imagine, like this. He's working on a brake job right here. At Advantage Tire, we've got the latest diagnostic tools. These are all digital. This is wireless. Most people have a wired. We got wireless. But on top of that, when it comes to diagnostics, we still handle your alignment with the latest technology available. And don't forget, we do shocks and struts too. So the next time this happens to you, you know where to go. Advantage Tire, Highway 202, Anniston.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Alliance Insurance in Heflin if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
The Leeds High School marching band comes back here at halftime with Alexandria leading 29-0 and halftime coverage presented by the Calhoun County Commission. Take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer, and we'll let you listen to the sounds of the Leeds Green Wave marching band. Green Wave Marching Band at halftime as our halftime coverage presented to you by the Calhoun County Commission. Take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Coming up in just a few seconds, but we'll take the timeout, and then coming out of the break, we'll have the Alexandria High School Marching Band here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
Cofield Asphalt Refinishing is Northeast Alabama's go-to source for exterior parking lot maintenance. We provide a broad range of products and services in the asphalt, seal coating, and striping industry. Whether it's for a commercial or industrial customer or helping serve other contractors like ourselves, we're here to serve our community with over 25 years experience. Get a free estimate. Call us at 256-454-5336 or contact Cofield Asphalt Refinishing.
Did you know Kona Ice can help you fundraise for your school? It's true. It's quick, it's easy, and the kids absolutely love having Kona Ice. We'll let you in on a little secret. Teachers love it too. So, how can we help you fundraise this year? It's quick, it's easy, the kids love it, and teachers love it too.
Serving Calhoun County for over 30 years, Crawford Office Supply offers selection, convenience, and low prices. Choose from a wide variety of office furnishings featured in their huge showroom. With savings of 50 to 70% off scratch and dent items. You'll find it all from pens and paper to janitorial supplies at Crawford Office Supply, including on-site printing, all backed up by unmatched personal service and free delivery to local business. Crawford Office Supply, 301 South Layton Avenue in Anniston. Remember, buy local, it matters.
Alexandria leads 29-0 at halftime. Our halftime coverage brought to you by the Calhoun County Commission. Take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer, and now take a look at what the Alexandria High School Marching Band has to offer you here at halftime.
Calhoun County. Visit our website, sltv.org. Find out more about how you too can sponsor
The Alexandria High School Marching Band at halftime, as it's been all Alexandria here in the first half, leading 29-0, as we'll return with third quarter action after this timeout.
I'm Mark Box. I've been a part of the funeral industry for over 25 years. As a funeral professional, serving others is an integrated part of my life. It's been a privilege helping families in many ways throughout my career. As the owner of Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, Anniston Memorial Gardens, and Maple Grove Cemetery, I would like each of you to know that my staff and I are here to serve each of you during your time of need. We want you to feel comforted and honored as we memorialize the life of your loved one. I am grateful for the opportunity to give back within Calhoun County and our local communities. It is our hope and prayer that each family we meet feels cared for and loved.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at FNN Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Dave Mack for Advantage Tire on Highway 202 in Anniston. Most of you know about the new and used tires and rims we sell. But I bet there's a lot of things we do that you don't know about. We have a full lineup of ASE certified mechanics that are ready to take care of just about everything you can imagine, like this. He's working on a brake job right here. At Advantage Tire, we've got the latest diagnostic tools. These are all digital. This is wireless. Most people have a wired. We got wireless. But on top of that, when it comes to diagnostics, we still handle your alignment with the latest technology available. And don't forget, we do shocks and struts too. So the next time this happens to you, you know where to go. Advantage Tire, Highway 202 Anniston.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
About a couple minutes, 2.5 minutes left in our halftime coverage as Alexandria leads by a score of 29-0. And there is your top 10 in Class 7A. Thompson, the top team. In fact, Hoover and Thompson have been 2-1 respectively the entire season. And you see the rest of the top 10 for Class 7A. Now, our matchup tonight, a matchup of the third and fourth ranked teams out of Class 5A, as you also have over at the Hoover Met tonight, Hoover and Thompson, a battle of 1, 2, and 7A. And in 6A, you have Clay Chalkville, a team that Jerry Hood used to coach in his last coaching stop before coming over to Leeds as the top-ranked team this week, according to the Alabama Sports Writers Association top 10 poll for Class 6A this week. And there you see the top 10 out of Class 6A. Class 5A, Pike Road out of Montgomery, topping the ASWA top 10 poll for Class 5A, followed by Pleasant Grove, and then 3 and 4, our two teams tonight, Leeds and Alexandria, and Central Clay County not too far behind either of those two at number 6. In Class 4A, Madison Academy leading in the top 10 poll in Class 4A, followed by Viger and American Christian. Also Handley at number 4, dropping from the top spot after losing to Anniston last week. And Anniston into the top 10 at number 10 this week. Class 3A, Montgomery Catholic at the top spot, followed by Piedmont, who's back to the number 2 position, back where they were when we saw them a few weeks ago when they traveled to Ohatchee. And Sacs having a nice season so far as they have made their way to just outside the top 5 this week. This is the final week for region play as Class 2A. Clark County out of Grove Hill in southwest Alabama at the top spot in Class 2A. You also see Spring Garden that we talked about in our countdown to kickoff at number 5 this week. Cleveland in one of those ties for 6th in the top 10. And then Class 1A, you have Brantley out of South Alabama at the top spot, followed by Sweetwater and Maplesville. And then you see the rest of the top 10 there with Pickens County and Decatur Heritage rounding out the top 5 as part of that class top 10 in Class 1A. Our third quarter presented by McElroy Insurance Agency, as it'll be receiving the opening kickoff here in the second half. Alexandria, as Leeds receive the kickoff after Alexandria deferred their option by winning the coin toss. 29-0, the lead in favor of Alexandria as they have cashed in on all 4 of Leeds' turnovers and converting them into points.
Right.
Kickoffs presented by Alabama House District 40 candidate Julie Borelli. End-over-end kick, as that'll go out of bounds to the far side by Daniel Hood. And so great field position at the 35-yard line for Alexandria to start off first down and 10. But, Coach, it was all Alexandria in that first half.
Absolutely, and what would be even more devastating, Alexandria went in with a 46-yard field goal in the first half, and then they get the ball coming back. If they were to punch this ball in right here on this score, I think Leeds probably need to start looking toward the playoffs because I don't think they're going to come back from that.
We've seen Javez McGee most of the night at that kind of wildcat quarterback position. Also have seen Austin West, as this will be Ross getting the jet sweep handoff off of the left side of the line and gets solid yardage close to the 40-yard line to about the 39-yard line. You see Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford that's presenting our first downs tonight. And you certainly have to think, Coach Eddie Bullock, that as far as when I talked with Coach Ginn, he said that this tonight would be a really good test for his team, and they have scored an A+ tonight.
Absolutely. Hey, with flying colors, they got an A+. I mean, they look really, really good.
They've looked not a lot of mistakes, just a couple of penalties, albeit a flag blown right before the snap. We'll see what the penalties are.
Start. Offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
So mark it off 5 yards, set up second down and long. By the way, our game highlights presented by District 45 State Representative Dickie Drake. With elections coming up, it's time to send a proven friend of all the people back to Montgomery. Vote Dickie Drake, Republican, Alabama District 45 State Representative. Second down and 11. Let's spot the football back at the 34 as play action as McGee has a receiver open and incomplete. As you had looked like Hall, the tight end, indeed behind the defense, but the Leeds defense coming back in time to knock away the football.
Well, he actually had 3 receivers open on that particular play, but he just couldn't quite hang on to it. He floated it a little bit, and the receiver had his arms extended, and the cornerback was able to run through his arms and jar the football loose. And, if I was on the offensive side, I'd be telling my receiver, you got to catch it with your hands and squeeze it. And defensive side, I tell the cornerback, you played it perfect. Even though he caught it, you still ran through his hands.
McGee at quarterback, as he'll have one lone setback and will have a whistle as the play clock went down to 0. So delay of game will Move the football back 5 yards. So a 3rd down and 16 from their own 29-yard line. Line to reach for the first down will be their own 45 for Alexandria.
And I don't think Coach Gill, this is the way he wanted to start this drive off. You got the ball on the 35-yard line, and you just don't want to go backwards, man. You want to get something positive out of it, even though you got a big lead.
McGee, empty backfield as the fullback Upton will get the handoff off the right side, and he'll get minimal yardage around the 30-yard line. And so for in fact, the first time tonight, Coach, a 3-and-out for the Alexandria offense.
Right, and they kind of hurt themselves, and actually first time they punted.
That's right, breaking news for Alexandria is they'll have to send out the punting unit. So it'll be Forrest to handle the punting duties as well as the kickoff and the place kicking duties. As he'll get snapping, it's a fairly short punt, but we'll take a Alexandria roll and now come to a stop at the Leeds 44-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Green Wave offense as they have struggled all night so far. 4 turnovers, including 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions, both interceptions for Alexandria by the linebacker Tyler Brown, as Jared Latta will bring his team out of the huddle for Leeds, as they'll have great field position from their own 44.
Right, they got a little better starting position than they've had previously, so maybe they can do something with it.
Demetrius Yelverton, the running back, as the snap, and before the quick throw, there is a stoppage in play because there's a penalty flag on the far side of the field. So it'll be a false start.
5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
It'll be a 1st and 15 situation. The 2021 season of the FNN Game of the Week, sponsored by Cofield Asphalt Refinishing. Your asphalt services specialists, including crack sealing, seal coating, markings and signage, pressure washing, and reclamation. So football back to their own 39 for the Green Wave in the white tops and bottoms. Alexandria in the orange tops and the black bottoms. Snap and the quick throw near side to Goodman, complete. They'll try and sidestep a defender, and Ross comes up for a good open field tackle as they'll mark forward progress around the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 4 yards.
Well, they ran the same play. It was a little flat pass to the receiver, a little bubble pass, and, the receiver missed the block on him, and it was an easy play.
So 2nd down. Still long yardage situation as the line to reach the 1st down is around the Alexandria 46. Man coming in motion, snap to Latta as he'll stop, steps up, and will throw, has a receiver complete. Goodman for the 1st down across the 40 to the 37-yard line. So that'll move the sticks on a Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford 1st down play.
Ross actually did a great job right there. He had the midpoint 2 receivers, and they quarterback stepped up and had a choice, and he hit the inside receiver, and Ross came up and made a tremendous tackle. I don't know why the cornerback just sat in the flats then. Even though they're in cover 2, he won't drift if there's nobody behind him.
Gain of 21 on the 1st down throw. Snap to Latta as he's under pressure, stepping up and will keep it himself in and gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard that time. Good coverage by the defensive backfield for Alexandria to set up a 2nd and long. So still 29-0 as we're now under 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, presented by McElroy Insurance Agency.
Well, they're in that cover 2. You beat them by throwing that little post corner route, and right now they're running crossing routes. They're running deep crossing routes.
We've seen a little bit of Damarian Felder at a wide receiver spot, as it'll be Yelverton getting the call, and he's stacked up pretty well by that Alexandria defense, as minimal yardage for Yelverton to set up a 3rd down and long yardage situation. Right now the clock helping out Alexandria as they're up 29-0 As Leeds, really at this point, they've got to score on every possession that they have.
Absolutely, they have to do something with the possession. Even if you don't get a first down right here, I think you're in 4-down territory. You got to try to go for it.
Jared Latta, the junior quarterback, awaiting the snap on a 3rd down and 7 situation. He'll get the snap, has time, and throws over the middle, and that is complete, and that should be enough for the Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford first down, as that catch made by Demarion Keenan. So that'll move the 6, Coach.
Well, they ran a little curl route on the inside. They flooded the zone. They ran a little slant route to the inside, a slant to the outside, and they took up the linebackers, and then they curled in behind where the linebacker will be in the curl zone. So it's a great call.
Latta in the shotgun. As the H-back in motion, as he will get the throw far side complete. Meganson, as he'll get close to the first down. A solid about 6, maybe 7 yards on that first down reception, as we're under 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, as Leeds having a respectable drive as we have a man down on the far side of the field for Leeds. Looks like that is one of their star receivers, one of their leading receivers, Brody Goodman, that is down, the senior wide receiver, in some pain. So we are about halfway through the 3rd quarter, 6:43 officially left in the 3rd quarter, as Goodman already got a grab earlier in this drive. The opening drive of this 3rd quarter for Leeds, as Goodman will be helped to his feet and will gingerly walk with some assistance by the Leeds high school trainers back to the far sideline.
We ran a little tunnel screen. I think he kind of got popped pretty good, but I think it's more or less to not speculate. But, from a coach's point of view, I think he got the wind knocked out of him.
Well, hopefully that's all it is for Goodman. As you're always reminded from time to time, Coach, that this is indeed a full-contact, dangerous sport.
Absolutely. And these 2 teams are extremely physical.
Yelverton under center, as he'll now transition into a wildcat shotgun formation. Yelverton with the snap, as he'll follow his blocking off the left side and will get off of the initial tackle and close to his first down, close to another Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford first down. I'll spot it just about inches shy, we'll say, of the first down. So a 3rd and about a baby step coming up. 29-0 as you see. Alexandria with the lead. As Leeds now breaking out of the huddle, as Latta will return to his normal quarterback position. As Yelverton gets the call off of left tackle and will get forward for his first down. So Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford presents our first downs. If you're in the market for a new or quality used vehicle, give Tyrell a call. Good guy that really appreciates the chance to earn your business. Leeds still looking to crack the scoreboard here in the 3rd quarter. Latta operating in the shotgun, and we'll have a flag on the play along the near side. So that'll stop the clock momentarily.
For the snap, encroachment, defense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
A free 5 yards, as that'll move the football 5 yards closer into the red zone. So a 1st and 5 situation with the football at the 15-yard line. There you see Latta with Yelverton off to his left. Snap and the zone read keeper for Latta, as he'll get minimal yardage inside the 15-yard line. A good, solid job by Tucker and company along that defensive front to contain the play. So still a 2nd and short situation coming up. McElroy Insurance Agency offers a variety of insurance products from multiple companies. Avoid the hassle of shopping around for the best rate when Jay McElroy can help you achieve your goals seamlessly in one click. Wherever your insurance needs may be, give him a call at 256-473-7501. Second and short snap, and Latta will keep it himself and will go right into that teeth of the defense and gets inside the 10-yard line, and he's pretty close to that first down. Would be a first and goal situation if they do move the chains. It looks like they are at the very worst for Leeds, very, very close. Maybe a third and inches coming up, as we'll have a whistle and an official's timeout. It will be a measurement on the play, as Latta got close to at least the first down. So they'll bring the chains out. And once they unwind those chains, they will indeed officially give Latta the Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford first down.
Well, they're in good position right now. You know, they need to punch this in, and I wouldn't say make it a game, but give Alexandria something to think about.
So first and goal from the 5-yard line. So it'll be Yelverton under centers. He'll keep it himself, goes off the right side, and good job on the outside, the right side of that defense by Alexandria to limit that play to a couple of yards, as that side of the defense coach was ready for that sweep play.
Absolutely, and right down here you have to sell out sometimes, get penetration, and I used to tell my defense sometimes you just got to guess right, because they all coming at you. You getting foot to foot, you just got to make a play.
Yelverton under center, as he'll go up the middle and gets into the end zone. Touchdown Leeds. Looks like, I think, the same play, Coach.
Right, just a quarterback sneak. That's all it is.
And I believe we just saw a flag being thrown right after the touchdown, as we'll get a second look at the 4-yard touchdown run. Looked like that time, Coach, a good recognition by Yelverton, good vision of seeing that hole open off of right guard, cutting it up, and getting into the end zone. So the score now at 29-6. And we'll see what that flag is on.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense.
So unsportsmanlike conduct on Leeds following the touchdown. What we assume was a celebration penalty after the touchdown.
Right, you got some kind of little crazy celebration from the running back, and just can't celebrate in high school till you get to the sideline.
We've already seen Alexandria draw one of those penalties themselves in the first half. That'll make it 29-6 as Leeds cracks the scoreboard here in the third quarter. So it'll be Daniel Hood, the son of head coach Jerry Hood, actually an adopted son of Coach Hood, on for the PAT, as that is up, and that is good. So we'll take the timeout. 29-7, the lead for Alexandria here in the third quarter with 3:17 left in the third on the FNN Game of the Week.
Harrison Sports and Chiropractic, located in Anniston, Alabama, is dedicated to their patients. Car accidents, injuries, pain management, or even if you're just feeling the wear and tear of everyday life, Dr. Farr and Dr. Harrison can help. Call them today at 256-231-0417 or like them on Facebook. Walk-ins are welcome, most insurance accepted. Contact them today. That's 256-231-0417.
Our third quarter presented by McElroy Insurance Agency as Alexandria leads 29-7 over Leeds High School, a matchup of the third and fourth ranked teams in Class 5A. in the state of Alabama. James Hardy and the coach, Eddie Bullock, with you here from Death Valley on the campus of Alexandria High School. Lou Scales Stadium. A lot of tradition here in Alexandria as a little squib kick to the far side, as Alexandria will field it by an up man, and they'll get outstanding field position as the return gets around midfield for a 1st and 10 for the Valley Cubs late in this third quarter, as the 2021 season of the FNN Game of the Week, sponsored by FNN Bank, home of the high school spirit card. Service solutions. Strength isn't just a tagline. At FNN Bank, we're here for you. So, good field position, but Coach, off of the first offensive possession for Leeds here in the second half, they were finally able to punch it into the end zone.
Right, and I think Coach Gideon probably got their attention because Alexandria didn't do anything on that first drive and then gave up a touchdown. So
here's Ross coming to the near side as he'll lower his head and gets minimal yardage, as we're already kind of noticing, Coach, that Leeds playing with a lot more intensity. Now, they may still be in too far of a hole to come back and win this ball game, but definitely a lot more intensity coming out of the halftime locker room.
Right, they're playing, they fighting, and that's what you want them to do. You know, even though you're down, you want to, you know, you don't want to just lay down. You know, you want to fight so you can take something or have something to gain going into next week.
Well, for them, next week will be an off week.
I'm sorry, week after next.
All good, because the next, whatever happens tonight, they will be hosting a first-round game as Jalvez McGee will round the corner and fights its way just shy, maybe depends on where they'll spot the football as far as a potential first down or not. The football will be at the 40-yard line, and it appears that it is good enough, the gain good enough for a Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford first down for Jabez McGee.
And I think you'll see Coach Gideon be a little bit more aggressive with his play calling like he was in the first half, so he can answer this the score that Leeds just put up to let them know, hey, we still can do this, you know.
Shotgun snap, straight ahead goes Ross as he stood up by the safety. The free safety, Mekhi Jones, coming up to make a tackle, but not after a 6-yard gain for Antonio Ross, who's already punched home 3 touchdowns tonight. As there you see McElroy Insurance Agency providing our third quarter coverage.
He ran a little high that time, you know. He kind of got caught jumping over the pile there, but you know, he got to get out behind them pads like he been doing the first half.
Avante Davis checks in at a wingback position, as going under center now will be McGee. As this will be the give to one of those wingbacks coming off the near side, it'll be Ross as he'll tiptoe his way down the sideline inside the red zone, inside the 20 for another first down presented by Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford.
The little jet sweep right there, they put him at the wingback and bring him around, and you know, you'll probably see something to the wide side of the field, and then you'll probably see them come back this way. But what you want to do is keep them going east to west, you know.
Well, we saw the very first offensive play for Alexandria. That's the type of play that they scored on.
Absolutely.
This will be the give to Upton up the middle. He'll barge forward inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. Jake Upton, I think that's about his 3rd or 4th carry tonight, as the clock going toward 1 minute left here in the third quarter. And McElroy Insurance Agency providing our third quarter coverage for all of your insurance needs, whatever that might be. Give them a call at 256-473-7501. McGee under center as he'll hand straight ahead to Ross, who gets stood up right around the line of scrimmage. No further on the gain. As maybe they'll give him a yard on forward progress around the 11-yard line. This will be a third down and medium situation with about 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and that will be the final play of this third quarter. Alexandria still in great position to get to the finish line with a region championship. As we go to the fourth quarter, It is Alexandria leading by a score of 29-7 on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week. $12 more minutes left in region play for both Leeds and Alexandria, but the Valley Cubs are 12 minutes away from picking up a region championship and keeping their undefeated season alive. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Anniston Memorial Funeral Home. When you have experienced the loss of someone special, you can trust Anniston Memorial Funeral Home to guide you through the process of honoring your loved ones. It'll be Javez McGee in the shotgun as he will go to the near side, trying to cut it upfield, and will get met by a couple of defenders in the defensive backfield for Leeds on a 3rd down and 4. As I think that was shy of the first down, this will take a second look at this play. A good job by the defensive backfield, led by the all-state, first-team all-state strong safety C.J. Douglas, but that run was good enough for a Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford first down. So he had to make the 6, and McGee did indeed make the 6-yard line, as it appears that Alexandria will call the timeout. So timeout, this will be their first of the second half. And also like to remind you, as far as our 2021 season at the FNN Game of the Week, sponsored by the Calhoun County Commission. If you're looking for the perfect place to live or start a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Coach Bullock, you look at certainly the tradition of what Alexandria has done. Lou Scales, one as far as the stadium being named after him. Todd Ginn's father, Larry Ginn, the field named after him, both long sustained success here in Alexandria. And Todd Ginn certainly trying to carry on that tradition, not only here at Alexandria, but his family tradition, and so far doing an excellent job with his team this season.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's big shoes to fill. I mean, you know, you get the time in and you get the opportunity to put it in, and you get great players to come out. You know, it's a great feeling to be able to come behind some guys like that and have success.
McGee will go under center, snap, and the give looks like to the back up the middle, close to the goal line. And is he in? Looks like he is in. Yes, there's your signal. Touchdown for Alexandria.
Yeah, I think he just did a little quarterback sneak. He just bounced out to the left side and followed those big bodies on the left up in the end zone.
Basically a quarterback sneak, and just so small and hard for that defense to be able to find him, as McGee did an excellent job following his blocking and getting his way into the end zone for his first rushing touchdown of the night. Cleat Forrest for the PAT. That is up, and that is good. New score at 36-7 here in the fourth quarter on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
(36-7), Alexandria looking to finish off region play undefeated and claim the title out of Class 5A Region 6. As you see, the dual returners of Ruff and C.J. Douglas for Leeds High School. Leeds will also host a first-round home game because both teams undefeated overall coming into tonight's ball game. As our kickoff coming up, presented by Alabama House District 40 candidate Julie Borelli. Vote for a new voice and a new vision. Elect Julie Borelli, Alabama House District 40 representative. Forrest kicks it off.
We got offsides on that. I saw him. He was 3 yards outside before the football was ever kicked.
I tell you what, Coach, we don't see that too often, even at this level of football. The offside on the
before
kickoff.
The kick, offsides, kicking team. 5 yards, re-kick.
Well, you probably got another guy, and this way you start getting some subs in on the kickoff, to let them kind of get a little taste of being on the field, and probably got a little excited, and he was trying to get out and make a play so he can be on the highlight film Sunday.
There you go. So 5 yards back from the 40 to the 35-yard line. As Cleet Forrest has had a good night, an overall rock-solid night, even an excellent performance tonight for Todd Ginn's Valley Cubs of Alexandria High School.
Well, I don't think there's any problem for Forrest to kick it deep if he wants to. He's proven he got a pretty strong and accurate leg.
I tell you what, we may be seeing him at the next level since he's only a sophomore. The pooch kick to the far side. They'll be fielded inside the 40-yard line. And Leeds will take it across midfield to about the 49-yard line. As you see, the upman Chambers, we haven't called his name a lot, leads Class 5A with 8 interceptions, but he's been awfully silent on defense tonight.
Absolutely. Well, Leeds' entire defense been silent with 36 points.
Well, not just their defense, but their entire team, especially offensively, with 4 first-half turnovers that led to 26 of the 29 first-half points for Alexandria. Here's the 4-square look for you back at home as we're winding our way down toward the finish line, just underway in the fourth quarter. Latta will get the quick snap throw to Goodman complete as he'll make his way up the sideline far side and will be marked out of bounds back a couple yards upfield around the 44-yard line, but still a solid 6 or so yards. Regular season finale next week. We will be going up to the Gadsden area, south side at Etowah. A quick throw incomplete over the middle on the RPO pass that time, as Felder, the intended receiver, incomplete.
And that's that pass he tried to squeeze in that little tight window right there. And, that's a pretty tough pass right there. Pretty hard catch to make right there.
I'll tell you what, Coach Bullock, when I talked to Jerry Hood earlier in the week, he's mentioned as far as his expectations coming in as far as kind of a building season for his young team. But they've certainly flown by those expectations as we'll have a stoppage in play. There'll be a false start.
5-yard penalty, still third down.
False start on the Green Wave of Leeds High School, but regardless of what happens tonight, I know losing never feels good no matter what scenario, Coach. But Jerry Hood, I think, has to like in the big picture what his team has done so far this year.
Well, you love it, but you also want to, you still want to win, even though, you don't want to go in the playoffs with a loss, even though been undefeated and has a tremendous record, you know, you just want to make sure that you had the right mindset, you know, and the right attitude going into the playoffs.
Quick throw to the far side is complete to Keenan, as he'll make his way out of bounds about 4 yards shy of the first down. The 2021 season of the FNN Game of the Week, sponsored by Young Oil Grub Mart, home of the 99-cent bag of ice and everybody's favorite, the popcorn bucket. Buy yours and get free popcorn refills for an entire year. It'll be a 4th down and 8 as we have an injured Valley Cub to our near side.
Well, that cramp monster just got him on the 45-yard line. He went down. I think it hit him all of a sudden, and he had to go down. So the field tends to get you with those cramps.
I'll tell you, even for a leader like Braxton Tucker, yeah, the football gods will get you every once in a while.
Hey, I used to tell my guys years ago, hey, they go down. I said, hey, man, that 32-yard line got you over there.
But he's a tough guy, especially for this. If you're playing for Coach Ginn, any of the Coach Ginns, as far as Alexandria's storied football history, you've got to be pretty tough to go out there and play for the Ginn family.
Absolutely correct. But I guarantee you, hey, those cramps will break some of the toughest ones down.
But I tell you what, Todd Ginn mentioned just how much he's enjoyed coaching this team, how much they've improved from the start of the season, just how coachable that his kids have been. 4th down and 8 as Latta will step back and throw to his running back, complete to the near side, Yelverton, as he'll be shy of the first down. As you see the swarming Alexandria defense, and coming up for that tackle was Hood, as we'll have another player down, this time for Leeds.
Well, the average fan does not realize, you know, like I fully enjoyed watching my team go from the spring to where we were in the spring, and then going through a summer workout, and then coming up in the fall, and you play your first 2 or 3 games, and then after you pass the midpoint during the season, you know, seeing where your team, because teams grow like that in stages. He's absolutely correct, and in order to see it, you have to be a pretty good, you know, coach to kind of notice the improvement that your team making. That was one of the things I enjoy, and I enjoy that right now, even with my basketball teams, watching how they grow throughout the year.
Well, you see right on your screen Remetrius Yelverton in a lot of pain right in front of us at the 45-yard line as he gets to his feet, and he'll limp back to the far side. Hope he's okay. Certainly Leeds hopes he's okay. And this is where, for all of their players, having that week off next week for the playoffs might be a good thing for them as far as healing up for a postseason run.
Right. You get you get 2 weeks to patch up all your little wounds and things like that. And I'm so glad he got up and walked off on his own power. That's a good sign. And, you know, again, I have great respect for those guys that get up and can walk away and that are not seriously injured.
Javez McGee, the lone back as the Wildcat quarterback, as he'll bounce it off to the near side, 40, 30, 45, rather 40, as he'll be taken down for the first down at the Leeds 35-yard line. And that's a Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford first down.
And that's a smart play, too, because he ended up grabbing him by his horse collar. You can't take him down by it, but he was able to hold him until he could pull him into his body and ride him down. Had not he grabbed that, the band would have been playing.
And still would have been running, exactly. The Alexandria band would have still been striking up a tune. First down. 10 yards to go from just outside the 35. This will be to give to Ross up the middle as he'll dance his way around a couple of defenders, and he'll get yet another first down for the Alexandria Valley Cubs, presented by Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford.
Ross just looked like he had so much fun. I mean, he just bounced around. I mean, he hopping through there like he was right now the same way he did in the first and second quarter.
This has been a good, outstanding team performance all the way around, all facets of the game for Alexandria when they needed it the most as well.
The kid don't look like he even get tired.
Snap, a little bobbled snap, but it'll be Ross running into his own lineman and gets taken down in the backfield for maybe about a 1-yard loss or so. As you had, looked like J.D. Douglas, the linebacker, coming in for the tackle for loss. It'll be a second down and about a long 10, we'll say, approaching the 9-minute mark left in tonight's ball game as Anniston Memorial Funeral Home presents our fourth quarter. When you have experienced the loss of someone special, you can trust Anniston Memorial Funeral Home to guide you through the process of honoring your loved one's life. It'll be McGee going under center, and the pitch back will go to Ross as he'll make his way off of left tackle and gets a good, solid gain to set up a third in a manageable situation after a gain of about 5 yards or so. So third down. Let's pop the football back upfield a couple of yards. So they'll say more of a third and longish type of situation. But kind of talked about it to start this fourth quarter, Coach, that Todd Ginn following in those legendary coaches' footsteps, certainly trying to put his own stamp, his own imprint on this Alexandria football program. And so far it's done an excellent job with this team as the third down play action as McGee fires toward the end zone, jump ball, and caught at the goal line and in for the touchdown as that reception made by Austin Jeffers.
And I thought he was about to get a taunting penalty in. Again, you can't celebrate. You just got to do what you do. It was a great play, man. Play action. Fake the toss and fake the play action. He rolled out, and they got single coverage over there, and he gave him a 50-50 ball, and he went up and got it.
And a good job of kind of like you would know too, kind of like a little basketball block out on the rebound by Jeffers to be in position to make that catch.
Absolutely.
Cleat Forrest on for the PAT. That is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field. Under 8 minutes to go in tonight's ball game as Alexandria running away with it, up 43-7 on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at FNN Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
In tonight's ball game, as you see Josh Ruff and also C.J. Douglas set to receive the Cleat Forest kickoff. As we are under the 8-minute mark left in tonight's ball game. Alexandria leading 43-7. 2 touchdown passes for Javez McGee, as Forrest will punch it away to the far side, as that'll be one of the upmen. Looks like Goodman actually returning the kickoff and gets about 6 or 7 yards or so on the return. So first down and 10 as you see Tyrell Tucker at Town and Country Ford presenting our first down. The Town and Country Ford location in Pell City, Alabama, and the number to contact him on your screen. But Coach Bullock, when I talked with Coach Ginn a couple of days ago, and as far as talking about learning from his legendary father, some of the things he mentioned as far as work ethic, taking care of little things, as well as just learning those life lessons from both his mom and dad. But I think something that he also, a couple of things, let the game speak for itself, and you're never as good or as bad as you seem.
That's right. That's right.
Far side pass complete from Latta goes to Ruff, as that'll get close to the first down. Now, as far as that statement that I just mentioned from Todd Ginn, at least for Leeds, probably not as bad as they seem tonight as far as what Coach Hood mentioned, his thoughts coming into the season as trying to build a building year for his team. But I got to say for Alexandria, they're looking pretty good, have looked really, really good tonight.
Well, you have to remember that because football is a game, you're up some games and you're down some games, and you have to remember that, the fans only remember the last thing that you did. So if you lost, they're going to be hard on you, and if you win, they're going to celebrate you.
Demarion Keenan with the first down reception for Leeds High School, as we will make the trip up to Etowah next week for our regular season finale. And there you see Coach Todd Ginn as far as his fourth season, a rock-solid 33-10 career record. And, of course, the son of legendary head coach Larry Ginn, as Yelverton gets back to the line of scrimmage and no further. And, by the way, Tyrell Tucker at Town & Country Ford first down reception just a moment ago for the Leeds offense on that reception a couple of plays ago from Demarion Keenan, as this will be a second down and long situation. Latta in the shotgun. Bubble screen pass goes to Goodman as he'll move it upfield to the 45 of Alexandria. Under 7 minutes to go in tonight's ball game, as Alexandria will improve after tonight's ball game to 9-0, while Leeds will drop to 9-1 and conclude their regular season. But the consolation for them is that they will still host a first-round home game in the Class 5A playoffs in a couple of weeks. Timeout by Alexandria. We'll take the timeout with them with the Valley Cubs up 43-7.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Alliance Insurance in Heflin if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
I'm Mark Box. I've been a part of the funeral industry for
four first-half turnovers from the Leeds Green Wave and scored 26 of those 29 first-half points. And now leading by 36 has Latta in the shotgun. A third down and 5 as he's leveled as he throws incomplete. And I think, Coach, that Jared Latta will remember that hit when he gets back to Leeds tonight.
Absolutely. That was a jaw-jarring hit right there. And, he kind of fortunate to get back up from it. He kind of leveled him right there.
That's one, Coach, that if you're sleepwalking on the field, you'll be awakened very quickly as far as where you're at. So 4th down and 5, and the Leeds offense will go for it with the football at the Alexandria 45. Meganson, the blocking back in the game, as we'll have a flag thrown at the near side.
Well, you got offsides right there. He jumped in encroachment. He jumped in the neutral zone, and I think Coach Gidd will be getting at him about that. You don't want to give free first downs,
Now, so as our HSAA head referee signals the first down on the offside. But, yeah, Coach, again, like any good coaches, as you know, will never miss those details as far as instructing his players going forward, especially into the playoffs. But if you're Coach again, you've got to be really pleased with how the team responded as far as how they turned that prep into outstanding performance on the field tonight.
Well, you are, but, some people don't understand, regardless of how big the lead is, you still want to play the same and you still want to coach the same, and some people want you to lay down, but, I know personally I can't do it. I have to keep coaching.
Well, Elijah Barnes keeps playing as he comes in for the sack, the sophomore reserve linebacker, for his first sack of the night. So it's not much of the first team. In fact, the first string offense still on the field for the Leeds Green Wave, as they'll drop to 9-1 on the season in a little over 6 minutes of game time.
And you'll gradually see some subs start going in. This is time now to kind of start getting some of your starters out so you don't have a fluke accident where they twist an ankle or something like that.
Tunnel screen that time to the slot receiver complete to Keenan, who's caught, I think, 4 passes tonight, as he was able to get upfield for modest yardage. It'll be a 3rd down and long situation, still about 3rd and beyond 15, about 17.
Alexander says the tunnel is closed tonight.
Oh, no doubt about that, as the line to reach the 30-yard line. 5:24 left in tonight's ball game.
They dropped the linebackers back. Now they got the rushing group in there because they know it's got to be a pass, so they got the speed guys in there.
Here's Latta with all day to throw. His hip breaks down, and going down will be Latta on the sack, as it'll be number 22, Tyler Brown, with a big night defensively on the sack.
Speed guys. He beat 2 right there.
And what was that, a 3-man rush that time?
Absolutely. They dropped 8 back because there's no play for, 3rd and 22 or 23. That's just no play for it. You don't have a play in there.
Here's the punt for Hood that will get, or Arthur rather, that'll land inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. As you see, our District 45 State Representative Steve Dickey Drake presenting our game highlights and one of our fine sponsors for tonight's ball game. Our 4th quarter presented by Anniston Memorial Funeral Home. We'll make the trip up to Gadsden next week, actually specifically to Attala. One of those, when you talk about South Side and Gadsden itself and Rainbow City and Attala kind of all together up in Etowah County. So that's where we'll be next week for Southside against Etowah to close out our regular season coverage of the 2021 season of the FNN Game of the Week. Upton will get the handoff up the middle as Alexandria just content to run the clock as they're down below 4.5 minutes to go in tonight's ball game. Now, looking on the other side, Coach, for Jerry Hood, he's seen his kids develop as far as what he expected, as far as kind of a building year in his 3rd season with Leeds High School. He's talked about to me as far as how hard workers that they are, much like Coach Ginn also described his Alexandria team this season. But also Coach Hood mentioned just how great his, as far as the character and just the overall group of kids that he has this season. As it'll be Ross taking it close to, and looks like the yardage will be enough for the Alexandria first down, presented by Tyrell Tucker at Town & Country Ford in Pell City.
Well, it's a trademark of good teams and good programs. You want your kids to play hard. You want them to develop, become better players, but you want them to have high character. And chances are when they got high character off the field, then they're going to do great things on the field. And, I can name you several coaches that, emphasize that, and that was one of my trademarks of that, we're going to have good sportsmanship and we're going to have character regardless to winning or losing, because it takes you a long way,
That's right. And certainly when you talk about 15, 16, 17, and 18-year-olds, teaching them life lessons to prepare them for their life ahead. Timeout on the field as we'll take the timeout with them as we are at 3 minutes and change left in tonight's ball game with Alexandria leading 43-7.
Cofield Asphalt Refinishing is Northeast Alabama's go-to source for exterior parking lot maintenance. We provide a broad range of products and services in the asphalt, seal coating, and striping industry. Whether it's for a commercial or industrial customer or helping serve other contractors like ourselves, we're here to serve our community with over 25 years experience. Get a free estimate. Call us at 256-454-5336 or contact Cofield Asphalt Refinishing.
A dominating performance from start to finish so far, as we're at officially 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in tonight's ball game. As West will pitch it to his deep back, as plunging forward and about 4 to 5 yards shy of that first down is the backup running back and also starting linebacker Tyler Brown, who's had an outstanding defensive night. We just saw him last time on defense get a sack, but also 2 first-half interceptions to set up about half of their 29 points in the first half. 2 different touchdowns in the first half.
Well, you got your twos in. I saw Coach Gideon hold up 2 fingers, so, he asked them for the twos, so he's trying to get them some experience right now. And they're going to run the same play. They may not have the same success, but, he wants them to run them exactly like the Warrens run it.
So you have Ty Barker, the backup quarterback, or at least I guess the third-string quarterback, since we see both West and Javez McGee as kind of a 1A, 1B quarterback situation. And getting the carry was Elijah Hunter that time, close to the first down, about a yard or so shy of the first down. As we'll have a timeout called for on the field, but also not only to remind you of our FNN game of the week to close out the regular season, leading into playoff coverage. As you see, we'll make the trip up to Attala for a local Etowah County rivalry game between Southside and Etowah. 6:30, as always, our countdown to kickoff coverage time. And keeping it will be the backup quarterback Barker, as he will dive forward for that Alexandria first down.
They got his bell rung a little bit right there, so they just taking him out for precautionary measures. They got hit pretty hard. They ran the ball hard, but they got hit pretty hard.
Tyrell Tucker at Town & Country Ford in Pell City presenting our first down. In fact, we appreciate all of our sponsors joining us on our coverage of high school football this week here from Death Valley at Alexandria High School.
These twos trying to score here before Coach tell them to take a knee.
As we're approaching the last 90, in fact, under the last 90 seconds now, and so they will take a knee and just run out the clock as Alexandria will remain undefeated and take home the region crown out of Class 5A Region 6. And there you see where we are tonight at Lou Scales Stadium, Death Valley, on the campus of Alexandria High School. A tradition-rich facility here in Northeast Alabama. Wouldn't be surprised if we're back here for postseason for one of their playoff games in a few weeks, as one more knee will be taken by Barker as we are under 40 seconds left in tonight's ball game. Anniston Memorial Funeral Home presenting our fourth quarter, and Alexandria dominating from start to finish, as they will not have to snap the football, as Coach Todd Ginn and Coach Jerry Hood for Alexandria in Leeds already coming off the sideline, meeting each other at midfield. And Coach, a dominating performance tonight by the Valley Cubs to clinch the region title.
Absolutely. The game was won at the line of scrimmage. Alexandria dominated the offensive and defensive line. That's why they were able to make big plays.
Your final score, Alexandria 43 and Leeds 7. We'll take this timeout and begin our post-game coverage after this.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
Did you know Kona Ice can help you fundraise for your school? It's true. It's quick, it's easy, and the kids absolutely love having Kona Ice. We'll let you in on a little secret. Teachers love it too. So, how can we help you fundraise this year? It's quick, it's easy, the kids love it, and teachers love it too.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn.
Nights at Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school Spirit debit card today. We've got Spirit at FNN Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Harrison Sports and Chiropractic, located in Anniston, Alabama, is dedicated to their patients. Car accidents, injuries, pain management, or even if you're just feeling the wear and tear of everyday life, Dr. Farr and Dr. Harrison can help. Call them today at 256-231-0417 or like them on Facebook. Walk-ins are welcome, most insurance accepted. Contact them today. That's 256-231-0417.
Serving Calhoun County for over 30 years, Crawford Office Supply offers selection, convenience, and low prices. Choose from a wide variety of office furnishings featured in their huge showroom. With savings of 50 to 70% off scratch and dent items. You'll find it all from pens and paper to janitorial supplies at Crawford Office Supply, including on-site printing, all backed up by unmatched personal service and free delivery to local business. Crawford Office Supply, 301 South Layton Avenue in Anniston. Remember, buy local, it matters.
A final from Death Valley here at Alexandria High School as the Valley Cubs coming into this week ranked number 4 in Class 5A, easily takes down third-ranked Leeds 43-7 as we begin our post-game coverage. James Hardy and Coach Eddie Bullock as we begin our post-game coverage. Final region week here in the 2021 regular season. Now both teams will be going to playoffs and looking hopefully from their perspectives to make deep pushes into the postseason. But if this is a sign of things to come for Alexandria in postseason play, then they certainly created some momentum, as we'll take a look as far as momentum into the postseason thanks to some of these plays tonight. A touchdown pass from Javez McGee to Austin Jeffers for one of those touchdowns, as our game highlights presented by District 45 State Representative Dickie Drake. With elections coming up, it's time to send a proven friend of all the people back to Montgomery. Vote Dickie Drake, Republican, Alabama District 45 State Representative. A tough night for Leeds, but you look at Alexandria, Coach, pretty much everything went right, and especially in the first half when one of these two teams needed to set the terms as far as the tempo for the ball game. It was Alexandria coming out and doing so in all facets of the football tonight.
Well, I thought with the first drive, Leeds was going to kind of establish their motivation or momentum in the game, and Alexandria quickly shut that down, and they kind of hit them in the mouth 4 straight times. And hey, when a guy beating on you like that, eventually you got to lay down.
I'll tell you what, when you have a good offensive line, it helps the Antonio Rosses and the Javez McGees of the world be able to have big nights like they did tonight. And Austin West getting in on a big pass here down the field to Jabez McGee, one of the top athletes in Class 5A. And McGee kind of hiding behind his offensive line and finding his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, you got a double team in that point of contact. He just got behind them two wide bodies, and he only needed 3 yards. And, they gave him 5 or 6. So, it's just great team effort by Alexandria all around.
We'll pay our bills one more time, and we'll put a bow on tonight's presentation after this timeout.
The tire, arguably the most important part of a car. Without it, we could not stop, we could not go, we couldn't drive at all. They come in all sizes, brands, treads, prices, and ratings. How do you know which is the right tire for you? Thankfully, there's Cobb Automotive, and they have been answering this question since 1981. With a large selection of brands and sizes in stock, you are sure to get the right tire for the right price. Cobb Automotive, located on Highway 21 across from Walmart in Oxford, and 2001 Quintard Avenue in Anniston.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask Alliance Insurance in Heflin if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Anniston Auto Trim and Body Shop is your best stop for full-service auto body repair, including all body work and professional painting. They also specialize in complete classic car restoration. When you have an accident, you want it back the way it was, and that's what you get with the team at Anniston Auto Trim. The same is true if you're ready to restore your dream car or a timeless family classic. They work with all major insurance companies and provide free estimates for every job. Come by today and see Stacy Jennings and the gang at Anniston Auto Trim and Body Shop, just up the hill off Quintard on Greenbrier Deer Road.
I'm Mark Box. I've been a part of the funeral industry for over 25 years. As a funeral professional, serving others is an integrated part of my life. It's been a privilege helping families in many ways throughout my career. As the owner of Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, Anniston Memorial Gardens, and Maple Grove Cemetery, I would like each of you to know that my staff and I are here to serve each of you during your time of need. We want you to feel comforted and honored as we memorialize the life of your loved one. I am grateful for the opportunity to give back within Calhoun County and our local communities. It is our hope and prayer that each family we meet feels cared for and loved.
Our FNN High School football game of the week, putting a bow on tonight's ball game as you see head coach Todd Ginn talking with some of the Alexandria High School supporters after a big night. Quite possibly, Coach, in my mind, Alexandria's best game of the season tonight.
Absolutely. They did a lot of things great. A lot of things great. And I think this team going to make a deep run. They'll probably be meeting a Pleasant Grove, Ramsey down in the deep part of the playoffs, because I think they look very, very good. They're very impressive.
I wouldn't be shocked if we saw them again in the postseason on our FNN Game of the Week. As tune in Tuesday night, as our own Jim Jacobs will host the FNN Coaches Show, the Tuesday Night Coaches Show, live from Strutt's Wings, not too far from us in Oxford, Alabama. 90 minutes of high school football coverage, recapping high school football action, including tonight's game here in Alexandria at Death Valley. And also, who will our Week 9 Player of the Week be this week? As Harrison Sports Chiropractic presents our high school football Player of the Week. And from Week 8 this past week, Anniston quarterback Cameron Sandlin tossed 3 touchdown passes in a huge 28-27 upset victory over then Handley High School. Our Week 8 Game of the Week or at least Player of the Week, rather, being presented to Cameron Sandlin. And we'll make our final regular season trip, folks, because we still got postseason to go, folks. Our regular season finale takes us to Attala, Etowah County, as Etowah will host Southside Gadsden for a little rivalry matchup, a little local rivalry flavor to conclude our regular season coverage of the FNN High School Football Game of the Week leading into postseason play. Great job by all behind the scenes for the FNN High School Football Game of the Week, as you see our folks that help us behind the scenes with the technical stuff and the camera work as well, as we will leave you from Larry Ginn Field at Alexandria High School, Death Valley, as it was for Leeds High School tonight. So for Coach Eddie Bullock, James Hardy signing off, as we appreciate you for joining us tonight here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week. You can catch all of our games and Tuesday Night Coaches Show on demand on all of the social media platforms, at least the major social media platforms. So until we make the trip up to Attala to Etowah High School next week, have a good night, a good college football weekend, and we will see you next Friday night on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.